And Daelric is last because he's got negative seps.
It's got negative stuff.
I don't notice. What's a sept?
That's exactly what I'm referring to. Insane that he didn't know that.
Insane in the
reference there.
membrane. Insane in the brain.
Hey Scott, how long does a blur potion last?
A minute.
Okay.
They're pretty intense. You guys actually got like you more or less prepped for a combat with him again, and then went and gonna cast a spell. I was like, okay, you know what? Better than last time.
We killed something.
Woo! Killed at least one thing.
So if Tyler gets into a fight, that'd be bad.
Oh, if he shoots me again, I'm dead.
Yeah, I mean, let me just show you like one attack with him. So I'm gonna just roll.
Oh, you took 30 damage off of me with your first 2 attacks.
Yeah, I can do one of these. And
of course
dead.
you critted.
He's dead. He's dead. Just roll damage.
I'm
He's
dead from that.
I mean, it's a good thing this is just a sample, because
I'm dead just from that.
23 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead.
One hit. Okay. Here's an idea. You mind if we jump in now, or do you want to?
Yeah. So after about like let's say an hour, or sorry, because you didn't have catnap. After an hour, the fog lifts. You go over there. You end up spending about another hour and a half working on this thing, and then just Ophios just collapses from just sheer exhaustion. Just take over.
Ophios would just simply say, "I don't feel so good, guys."
Or he passes out.
Okay.
He just lays like face first on the ground.
Yeah, I'll flip you over. Medicine check to see how conscious you are. Oh, you look pretty fucked up, buddy. Okay.
Yeah,
Rena,
Rena,
I got an
did
idea.
you put your weapon on your character yet?
Oh, my new weapon?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh,
what
yeah.
do you want me?
Do we have to identify
What are we
it?
calling it? Yeah. Scott, how do I set
You
that
guys,
up?
one of them has the spell identify. They cast a spell.
Isn't that a ritual?
One of you guys. Well, okay, Elijah.
But
has to.
why don't we do the RP? Well, you guys do the RP, and I'll handle the mechanics. Go ahead.
I touch it and cast identify. Okay, so first, before we identify your axe, even though it is badass, cool axe, let's get Ophios somewhere safe, not out in the open. I have an idea. If we take him into a house, I might be able to help his infection here, or make things worse. It's really a toss-up, but at this point, I think he'll die if it's not successful either way. Whether we don't do it, or we do it and it doesn't work.
As you're speaking, she would have just kind of bent down to put him over her shoulder and just say, "All right, let's not waste any time."
Let's find a house that's easily fortified. Probably one with a lot of rooms. I'm thinking internally fortified, not externally.
Am
So
I
something with
still
a lot of
awake, Scott?
rooms.
Yeah, just feeling like shit.
He would
Something
simply say, "There's another option."
What's
I
that?
don't think he'd see me if I'm in snake form.
But how well would we be able to heal you or help? I don't know enough
me try
about
my thing.
snakes. I'm sorry.
And if you don't feel better when I try my thing, we'll just leave you in the corner as a snake and come back for you, okay?
Are you willing?
Oh
to
yeah,
give
Aklo
his-
apparently dropped something. That's what's being said in chat.
You got 8 of the martyr, which gives you some temporary health points.
Okay. So let's bring
You just
him.
hadn't rolled it, so I didn't know.
Let's bring him to a building, a
Sorry.
relatively large building that has a lot of doors that we can kind of fortify ourselves in, like board up. Or not a lot of doors, I'm sorry, but like maybe one main entrance, but like a lot of rooms that we can section off.
Is there like
Does that
an
make sense?
inn-looking building around here?
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah, this place had an inn. Didn't you burn it down? No, this is a different
Not
town.
the same. I was gonna say it's a different area.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
it
don't
would be-
remember
Go
burning
back.
down an inn.
I was, well,
Oh,
it
we
was,
definitely
Yeah, we
did.
did.
yeah, I
the
definitely
last
haven't.
town.
Yeah. No.
That's when I met you. That's the first time we
He
ever
was
saw each
like-
other.
We
I
didn't
burst
burn
through
it
the
down.
wall and
Let
I
me
was like,
remind
"Hello."
you.
Well, okay.
We didn't burn it down.
That was it. That was technically not our fault. We were just there, okay?
Well, technicalities got you imprisoned for a long time. So let's find an inn and put him on the bed. And so I got to do everything because I'm the only guy that can cast magic right now. Great. Okay.
I
All right, so
will
we'll head to an
grab your
inn and
pizza.
try to find a room and
I'll grab it.
Well,
Hold on.
actually,
grab
you
your
better
pizza.
not be trying to sleep with me.
All right.
Not yet, buddy.
He's fever dreams. Fever dreams are there. That's a concern.
Yeah, Scott, go get your pizza. We'll RP till you get back.
Yep, you're good. I'm listening. I'm gonna run upstairs in a second. I always set my alarm early.
Oh, okay. So in
so
that
we're
case,
gonna
while you're
find
here,
an
then
inn. Yeah.
yeah.
we're
So
in a
I'll
room.
fortify the doors with one of these. Using my structure thing. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
the
I don't
wall
know.
thing
I'll
that you
just-
just said.
Yeah, I'm good at building walls. This one. You don't need to read it. Just take my word for it. So I'm gonna try to fortify off
Okay.
like the main entrance for this inn in a way that it doesn't, from the outside, look immediately suspicious that there's definitely people in there. But when you go to open the door, it obviously won't. And then we'll take them up to a room, and we'll do the same thing with the room on that door. And if there's a window in that door, although I'd like a room without a window if that's possible, same thing to the window.
To the
he's
wall,
gone.
to the sweater.
What I bet we could do that honestly. Like if it's an inn and there's like a couple rooms, we could get like one of the middle ones that like doesn't really have, I don't maybe a window or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hoping for one entrance in and out in a place that we can maybe hide and he doesn't search. If we're lucky, fingers crossed. The dog doesn't smell us, but it's going to.
Yeah. Like,
So we'll do that. He's still going to track us in here, but it's okay. As long as I can buy us enough time. At that point, when we're inside, I would cast Identify that I totally had ready on my spell sheet. Ready to go. No issue whatsoever.
We also have
are
a
we
scroll
just-
of pass without a trace.
Just putting that in there for now. Well, this is for when he comes back. I'll tell him everything that's happening.
are
But I
there,
just want to
like,
go over the plan
people
with you guys.
here, there are like other people in this.
If they are, we're not worrying about them.
Okay. They saw the
so
fog and they
then-
were like, we should probably evacuate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
Rena,
at
you
this
have the
point-
chest. We haven't reached into the chest at all.
I do have the chest, but do I think that's a good idea right now? Because you're the one who
You
told
might
me
as well
not to do
while
it.
I'm-
I
All right,
said
so
only do it when we need to. This
So
could
then
be a time
this
where
could
you
be a
feel the need.
situation.
Yeah, so here's the
So-
perfect idea. You help me board up stuff, you put heavy stuff in front of the doors, I ice it
Mhm.
over.
Mhm.
And then while I'm identifying your axe for 1 minute that it takes, you can pop in the chest, get a quick minute to look around
Okay.
and find some stuff.
Remember,
I'll
you
see
Actually,
what
we
he
could do that a
says.
lot longer.
But you reach into it and grab one thing. He just said, "Never, don't be greedy, and only
that's
use
right.
it when we need to."
I think he was
Okay.
being cheesy when he said that. Like, hey, don't be greedy. Gives him the elbow, you know what I'm saying?
He said there
Not
were
like a
detriments
warning.
to it. But there
Okay,
are
never
there were objects that Ophios had told you he wanted to put back in there. That
Put
are in
back.
Yeah,
the
we
druid
put stuff back in.
vestments and Ophios' shield. His
Oh,
old
yeah, we
shield,
haven't
not
put
his
it in
current
yet.
shield.
Oh, so you okay? All right.
My thought was
So-
that if you put stuff in, you can pull more out.
Yes, we'll do that. We'll put some stuff in, pull some stuff out. And then while you're laying down there on the bed, Tyler, being all sweaty, I will light you on fire.
He's not kidding.
I'm gonna actually light you on fire.
And the building burns down around me.
Burn another inch
Come
of
on,
the
it's
ground.
maximum 4
I'm
damage.
dying.
You're fine. Oh, it's maximum 8 damage. No, it's maximum 4 damage. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me read this shit.
Will we ever
Uh,
leave an inn standing?
Dealing 1d6. If it fails its saving throw, the
Let's do
target
that
also
now.
catches on fire. If the target catches fire on the first round thereafter, creatures adjacent to it, including you, must succeed at a reflex save. Okay, so
Wait,
I would
what
try
about
to
me?
do it.
So would I like try to? You'd be like stand
just
over
stay,
here.
Yeah, stay more than 5 feet away. I would
Okay.
try my best to keep it at a minimum and contain to just you. And it won't do
Would
too
you
much
contain
damage.
it with ice walls?
No.
No.
I will
Okay.
contain it by hopefully not casting it that hard. Hey, come on. Worst case scenario, we all take 4 damage. It's okay.
Ooh, new
It's
nicknames for that.
It's one attack. We'll be okay. Hopefully lighting your entire body on fire will kill most of your infection now. You'll probably still have to take a rest for it, which is why I don't know if it's going to work immediately. But worst case scenario, you turn into a snake. And you hide
Ooh,
somewhere.
Spellbane is a great name, Snaga. I like Spellbane for the
Helping.
weapon.
That's sweet.
Trying to live.
So
For the
that's my
axe that I
plan.
found.
You guys got any better ideas?
Uh,
I was also gonna say something like Mage Killer or
Mage Killer. That's cool.
So no.
I don't.
what were you saying,
I don't think so.
Elijah?
I think
Or
we're on the
Nessie?
right. I mean, that's what Rena would try to do anyway first.
Ophios is delirious.
Try to help
Not gonna be
Ophios.
helpful at all right now.
Get him
Ophios
back
is
on his
delirious
feet
and not
before we can
helpful.
fight. And then if
Then
he
yeah, I think
shows
Rena
up,
and I have a plan.
if he shows up, I'll attack him while you continue to do your thing.
So if he shows up, if he would have to break down the first door first, so we
Uh-huh.
know he's coming. I have plenty of fire spells I can throw. You have
Is
an
that
axe.
something you have to concentrate on?
Well, no, none of my spells are concentration yet.
Oh,
Except for the identify would be a concentration, yes.
okay, that's fine.
But I'm
The wall.
You
assuming
need to
we
fill
could
Scott
honestly,
in on what's going on there.
honestly, do you guys want
You
to
want
try
to do a
for a long
building,
rest in
preferably
this room?
one without windows. Use your icy magic-y powers
There
to
is more
reinforce it and
stuff
protect
to
you.
it.
Yeah, there
Oh,
was
you
more.
guys actually
There's
were
more
productive?
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we made a whole plan.
I just drooled all over myself.
You were
He's
so happy. You
excited.
drooled all over the place.
He was like, "Oh my god, you guys did more!" Just
Somebody
instant
clip
rolls.
that, please. Clip it and say Scott drools over Tyler.
Oh, hey, apparently I'm
Drools over
a toothless purring cat, so
Yeah, no one's gonna understand that reference.
it's okay. It
don't
makes me
think-
happy.
Was that while we were on break that I told that, or was that? Okay.
Yeah,
It was on break.
So, great. So Chad's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Great.
not anymore. Now they get it.
No, I don't think they do. So, Scott, the plan here is yes, you were correct. Building without doors, or sorry, without windows, preferably one that's 2-layered, like an inn that we could board up a door for, and then find a room or something.
Oh, like a pantry within an inn, or
Sure.
something
I
bigger,
was thinking like a room in the inn.
or like a
Inn
basement within the inn.
versus a tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, a basement or a just a room.
The basement will work as long as we can get a mattress down there for
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
this guy's dying. Okay.
Okay.
so we'll make him
I'll
more
grab one
comfy.
and pull it down.
Cool. So then we'll board up the basement too. So while
Okay.
we're down there, first thing I'm gonna do after we've fortified the whole room is identify Rena's axe. Takes a minute. Second thing I'll do is light Ophios on fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, while he's looking at the axe, I was gonna open the chest.
Who found out? Who Where did this guy
Yes?
go to school for medicine?
The ice wall. Mostly it was frostbite. So
Fireworks.
I'm thinking if I use Touch of Combustion, I could RP lighting him on fire in a way that doesn't do too much damage, because, I mean, Touch of Combustion doesn't do that much damage anyway. Hopefully it raises his internal temperature enough to kill off this disease. Maybe he feels better, maybe he doesn't.
A snake's
way-
system would rise because being cold-blooded. It's an interesting thought.
Yeah, he could take more heat than your average Joe. And then after I light him on fire, I'll let him sleep it off. And we'll go for a long rest, I guess. Locked in this basement.
Okay.
You guys good with that?
Ophios has no qualms. I can't tell you to do
Did you-
anything. But I
did you
did
tell us
roll
about
for a
your necklace?
particular reason.
Did you tell us about your necklace?
Yeah, like RP.
You no, you didn't need to know about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it require attunement if I did need to know about it?
No, it's not a tune.
Okay.
Okay. Cool story, bro. Rena, you open the chest.
Yes.
Swirling liquids, both light and dark in color, seemingly white or in black or very light and gray. Swirling around each other, pooling, separating. Seems to always be attacking, separate, and avoiding each other at all points in time. Predominantly darker color, but the light color is there too. You choose to reach into it.
Oh, wait. She wants to put stuff in it first.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what are you putting in there?
There were 2 items marked. Where is it?
Ophios'
Bank.
old shield and
Druid's vestments.
Druid's vestments.
Cool.
So
I
those
put
go
the-
back
I
in the
put those
chest.
in.
Mm-hmm.
Anything happen when I put them in?
No. Well, actually, for the first time we put it in, roll me a D100.
Roll high, please.
58.
Oh, what's that?
It goes into the dark part of the chest.
Oh.
The second
Both,
item you
both
put
items?
in. Nope. The second item you put in, roll me a D100. So that was the first the Druid's vestments, and then the second thing was the shield, then the second is the Druid vestments.
Yeah, shield and druid.
98.
It goes in the light part of the chest. Raina, did you say you're gonna reach into it?
Mm-hmm.
You can roll a D100 as you reach in.
Okay.
Somebody should probably tell her she was up enter. You reach
Oh, I
into the
can do
dark.
that? Oh, sorry.
You're fine. You reach into the dark part of the chest.
And
Roll me.
Take out Ophios' shield. A snapshot.
Dang it.
Roll me a D100 again.
Wow, there's a lot of shit in this chest, huh?
No, most of it
35.
was her.
It's the same number.
That's the same roll? Wow, that's weird.
There's a 1 in 100 chance of that happening.
1 second.
Yes, sir.
This note to myself has a link in it. Follow the link.
Is it Rick Astley? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Thanks for that. It was be stuck in my head now for the rest of the night.
Never gonna give you up.
Why is on Funny One saying ha timing? Oh no, oh hell.
You said that when we were putting stuff in the chest. Yeah. That was before we took anything out. Just to clarify.
Okay, so you do reach into the chest, and you end up pulling out a vial of sorts.
Can I identify it?
When you pull it out, you can see that the vial does have this like thick, mucky kind of liquid inside of it.
From the dark side, right? Is what I
The
noticed.
dark side. Yes. Do you choose to spend 10 minutes identifying it while he's on fire over there? Ah! Shh! I'm focusing.
I'll hang on to it, I guess, for now and let him focus.
Right? You can identify it afterwards.
You might as well. I mean, Rena, you could take a look at it and try to figure it out.
We don't
I
want to
doubt
drink
I
it.
would know. No.
I think
Just a
it's
little
poison.
Put some on your pinky.
Absolutely not.
Feed it to
Okay.
Ophios, see if he kills him.
No.
Oh, yep. Not
Yep.
poison.
I mean, if it was
No.
poison, it wouldn't kill him, so.
Yeah. Oh, it's got no effect. Oh, it was poison.
Oh, he's dead. Damn. No, I'm not gonna drink it.
No, he
I
said
don't-
he said shrink it.
Shrink it. I see that.
That's funny.
Mhm.
So freaking funny.
Okay, so you set him on fire. Ophios, what was your wisdom check for?
To be determined.
TBD. Okay.
I gotta wait until the fire's been on me long enough.
Yeah, so is there a way I can cast this where I don't try to actually burn him that much?
No.
Okay, so it's just gonna do.
I mean, you
1d6.
can hit him with a ridiculous amounts of heat. What's the spell called? Combustion.
Yeah, do I need to
touch
roll
of
the
combustion.
reflex save for whether I
Yeah,
light
like,
on
does
fire?
it work like I'm actually attacking him, or is there a way I can use a spell? I mean, I'm a wizard, so I can't like modify it like a sorcerer can. I'm just kind of
just-
casting the names.
I'm just trying to actually see the spell. Give me 1 second.
It's
I
if
put
you
it in
scroll
chat.
Up, it's there. Touch of
It's right above his
combustion.
wisdom save.
Oh, okay, cool. Come on. Thank you. Oh, you successfully melee touch attack target, causing ignite violent burst, dealing 1d6 points of fire damage. If it fails a saving throw, the target also catches on fire. Target catches on fire on the first round. Thereafter, the card. So more or less, you touch him, he sets on fire, like literally sets on fire, and then back up. Otherwise, you're gonna set on fire.
Yes,
He
that's the plan.
becomes contagiously fiery. So it's not like you're just putting heat around him. You're literally just setting him on fire. So how long
Fine.
do you intend to keep him pinned down for?
Just the one attack.
Because that could last a while. So first of all, Tyler, you imagine they pin you down, you auto-fail your saving throw, so you automatically take 1d6 fire damage.
Oh, gotcha. So he's gonna keep auto failing.
So
Okay.
You can put it out though, you know.
Yeah, I'd probably light him on fire, give it
I
2
take,
seconds and blow it out.
I take four damage then, because that's what he
Yeah,
rolled.
I'd give it 1 attack cycle, whatever that is. 6 seconds. I give it 6 seconds.
Sure.
There you go.
All right. Then if that's how long it lasts, when you light him on fire, he starts transforming into a snake.
Does that help? Aren't you like a?
It's my fever
don't
dream.
you-
That's why I did a wisdom save.
don't you
turning into a
worship
snake.
worship fire snakes?
The
So,
magma
Technically,
god.
this is I'm helping you get closer to your god. Maybe. Oh, do you have a dream about your god while you're on fire?
I'm turning into a snake. When I'm pinned down, Scott, how does that affect me?
You're not pinned down so much; it's on fire.
You can roll me a reflex saving throw to try to transform that way. Because you can't just like immediately transform your arms out of the bindings.
Disadvantage.
Does it really
dexterity save.
matter if he's tied down or not?
Hey, there you go.
Actually, you are able to because they're tying you down or whatever it is, but you can imagine they're also not trying to make it so they're going to have safeguards so you can't get out, God forbid. So you actually are able to, because, you know, you're conscious of what it was that they were doing. You're able to manipulate the ropes enough that you can transform into a snake while you're in it.
All right. I'm turning into a snake.
Okay. After 6 seconds, I would somehow extinguish the flame.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's seeing you guys. You don't need me for this.
Okay. After 6 seconds, I extinguish the flame. And then
Okay.
Tyler, how are you feeling? You feeling 8 points of damage weaker?
Wait, do I take 8 points or do I take the first d6?
You would take the d6 and then you'd be on fire for 1 turn after.
All right. So
So
I'm still
1d6
at
would be
30.
the 4.
I'm at 30 hit points and 1 temp.
Okay.
Scott, does that make me feel any better?
No. Technically, it didn't even burn you. It only hurt the temp HP.
What? Okay, then leave it on another 6 seconds.
Roll another d4, right? Or is it another d6?
It would.
it'd be
I mean, if he
1d4.
had already done it, it would still. Does he have to roll again, or is it just the same d4?
Nope, rolls a d4.
1 damage.
Still doesn't hurt him.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm waiting till he screams.
But you can imagine he's
2 damage.
reacting. You can imagine he's reacting, but Rena, you literally see Ophios on fire for like 20 seconds before Elijah puts it out. How does your character react to that?
She's really uneasy. I mean, Elijah seems convinced that this is gonna work, but she's paying close
What essentially
attention.
happens when Ophios turns into a snake is he just completely curls and buries his head in the center of his torso. That was what the D100 was. There were 2 options. One was slim, one was what was gonna happen. You guys got lucky.
Good.
All right, so technically off of that, I take 2 points of damage now, Scott.
Okay, thank you. And now back to you guys. Feel free to RP.
So he's not on fire.
No, he put it
No.
out. He waved his hand and the fire extinguished.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave him in bed overnight, and hopefully it feels better in the morning.
You can imagine he didn't literally put out the fire by control of the magic. He probably just hit with a hard frost all of a sudden, and it went out.
Yeah, sure. Do I need to waste a spell slot for that?
No.
Okay.
And then what do you guys do? Go ahead.
So Ophios is he like passed out?
He is literally a snake with his head buried.
He's alive. Wait.
So we wait here then?
He's alive. Yeah, I say we give him the night.
Tyler,
We
you
can
think you
rotate
helped?
guard.
I mean, Messi, you think you helped them?
I think I think he'll feel better in the morning, but we should probably one of us should keep watch while the other sleeps.
I'll
Try to
keep
get as much
watch.
rest as possible. Okay. I think you need less sleep than me because you're pairing anyway. So. Oh, but there's only 2 of us.
Pick a number between 1 and 8.
Who?
Me?
Scott,
4.
that's the direction of the door.
You go the opposite direction of the door. All right.
The only other thing that she would do before they like rest or whatever they're gonna do, or well, I'm gonna have Elijah do a couple of things, but she'd actually walk over to Ophios and just kind of put her hand on him for a second.
His scales.
Yeah, just touch him. And then
Raina,
she
pick
turned
a
back
number
to
between 1 and 4.
Elijah. 3.
What is happening?
He doesn't bite you.
I mean, okay, good.
Go ahead, Rena. Keep describing.
Huh? Oh, then after just a second or two, just kind of reassuringly, she'd turn back to Elijah and ask, I got this from the chest, and I was wondering if you could help me identify it.
Okay.
And pass him the vial.
I'll take it and I'll hold it up to the light. And just a quick Arcana check, if you don't mind, to see if I can recognize it. It's okay, Pizza Boy. You're good.
You know it's meant to be imbibed, but you don't know exactly what the effects are. If you use Ritual Cast, of course, your Detect Magic, you'll be able to do more.
Oh, if I use Detect Magic?
Pick a number between 1 and 2.
Quit biting people.
This has to
I'm
do
not
with
near
whether
you
he's
anymore.
upside down or not.
He rolls over.
When I ask Scott, the bad thing he picks is it. When I pick you guys, the good thing is what you pick. So Scott literally made it so that I am. The snake is suddenly flipped over, belly up.
You're upside down.
If you know
Oh,
anything
God.
about snakes, that's not a good thing. It's like when a
You
fish
just
is upside
sleep.
down or
You pat
floats
it.
to the bottom.
He's just sleeping.
Do you cast
I
Detect
don't
Magic and
think-
try again, Messy?
I don't have the spell.
Ritual Cast.
What's Ritual Cast?
When you cast it for 10 minutes and just cast it anyways?
You can do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And roll your Arcana check. Okay. You're able to determine that this is filled with necrotic energy, but you're not entirely sure what it is.
And it's supposed to be imbued on something, you said?
Imbibed, drank,
Oh.
Drink.
consumed.
Okay.
But you know it has necrotic energy inside of it. That's all you know.
Okay. It's some kind of necrotic potion. Don't know what the effects would be.
Necrotic alludes to poison.
Yeah, I
Ophios?
was gonna say.
Are you speaking?
You awake all of a sudden?
No.
Oh, okay.
Messy,
Sorry.
messy.
Dude.
Pick a number
flip.
between. No. Never mind. Hold on.
Heads.
No. Okay.
Do you try to use the chest again, Rena, or?
I don't think I,
we're just
can.
gonna sleep.
Thought it was just once.
No, they just said don't be greedy. They never said it.
Oh
How
no,
often?
she wouldn't try to use it again. But I would have him. Or he already identified my axe too. What else is I gonna do?
Yeah, what is
I guess that's it. The only other thing that I guess I'd want to do is see if I could maybe take another look at Ophios and see what his status is. If I can see anything differently than
You can roll a
Elijah
medicine
could.
check, yeah.
Is your
Is
medicine
it
good?
harder since I'm in snake form?
Yeah, yeah, but she's still medicine.
Is that normal?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
Oh,
I make
Yeah,
her roll
Scott,
normal
can-
because if she rolls disadvantage, she rolls too well.
Scott, I'm sorry. Could I have just done that instead of Detect Magic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do that.
Always get me when
Thank
we
you.
eat the crust, which is more of a bite. You know that this is actually a let me click the button. Where are you? There you are. Oh, it's a superior potion.
Oh, what does that do?
Well, you know, like cure wounds superior.
Yeah?
It's that.
Just a highly effective.
So
It's
it's
a-
just a health potion.
Yeah,
Just the health
it's you know a healing potion superior,
Oh, I thought
but
it
you
was
know with
necrotic.
negative energy instead of Positive energy.
Okay.
Oh, so it's not a health potion. Okay,
So
it's
it's
an
poison.
anti-health potion. Okay, gotcha. Oh, Rena, by the way, don't drink this.
I wouldn't. Nope. I will not.
Give it to your worst enemy.
Hmm.
And he'd kind of carefully hand the glass back to her and then hands away.
She just like looks at you. No.
It'll kill him.
She'd
Don't
put
drink
it in the the bag of holding.
Okay.
And not gaining anything else on Ophios, she'll just get ready to go on watch. Essentially, that's it.
Okay, and I'll sleep.
Okay.
Cool. The next morning, time passes, so on and so forth. Tyler, can you do me a favor?
What am I rolling?
Since they did nothing for you and you just kind of like sat around and everything, well, they technically they burned you with all that burn stuff. So, you know,
Con save disadvantage.
yeah.
You should look it. I don't know, because a 10 was a failure last time.
So your speed's
Is it-
reduced to 0. You literally can't move. You've become motionless. You're at level 5 exhaustion.
You probably should have looked it. Oh, fuck.
So what? How long has it been?
If I take one more tier of exhaustion, I'm dead.
He dies.
Right. Yeah. So how long has it been?
Ophios literally is not moving.
It's the next
Whenever
day.
you guys wake up, Ophios is literally not moving.
And is
Okay,
Elijah awake?
just- Yeah, is he still in
Okay.
snake form? Please tell me he's not. Okay,
think
he's still in
he
snake
is.
form.
I think he is.
Pick odd or even.
Odd.
I pick heads.
Odd or even, I'm rolling a d20.
Odd. Even. Fuck.
He's still in snake form.
Okay, I'll just give the snake some water. That's always good. Plenty hydrate. Chat. It's for you too.
Elijah, he's getting worse.
Yeah. We have about a day. If he doesn't get better.
Where are we going to be able to take him within that amount of time?
We're in a town. Was it abandoned when we were here, or was there people?
No, there were people that were here, but the combat made people run away, but then they came back.
He
Okay,
just said it was a small
Small town.
small town. Yeah.
Josh, are you trying to make me undead?
Kill him and give
Okay.
him the potion. Oh God.
Rena, if you stay here, I will.
If I can't move, can I still transform, Scott, or no?
Your speed is 0, which means you can kind of move within your own square. Technically speaking, you could crawl the speed of, like, say, 5 feet around, you know? But, like, because
Yeah.
you're like...
It was a question of whether I could transform or not.
I mean, I imagine it's slow, it's painful, it's weird looking, it's uncomfortable, but eventually, yeah, you could.
All right, Rena, I'll see if there's a doctor in town. If you stay here with him, if there isn't, I'll find someone who can tell me the closest town, and I'll just use all my fly spell slots to get there. So I go really fast, and I'll bring him back. And or
Do you
we can-
guys
if it's
say
close,
anything to Ophios?
We can bring Ophios to them. Probably not. He seemed pretty
Well, if he's not
unresponsive.
responsive, yeah.
You're also a snake.
Yeah.
He understands still as a snake.
You're also a snake.
The thing is, all of
Rita-
his equipment is now off of him. He has moved.
Okay. Did he have something on him?
I mean, she'd
Every
probably
object he had on him is no longer on him. Messy.
Well, yeah, when he transformed, he doesn't have anything on him. All
What did
his
he
stuff
have
is
on
still
him?
here.
my shield, my armor,
Yeah.
my necklace,
naked.
my hood of disguise.
Oh. Well, I mean, you're a snake still. I'll go find a veterinarian. Okay.
Oh, God.
Rena, why don't you see if you can get him to transform back into human form? I'll get a doctor, or I'll find a doctor nearby that we can bring him to. And we'll just try to get this done by the end of today. And hopefully he makes it through the night. And if I get an extra day, I get an extra day. And if not, Tyler rolls a new character. Do you have any other ideas? Because that's honestly... My fly is going to make me go really fast, but I have to... I can't... I can only make
The
myself
only thing
fly.
I can think of is if there's some way you could use some sort of object that has regenerative properties that you might have recently harvested, but I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, you're not
Any
injured.
Intestines.
You're not injured, man.
It's an
Yeah.
Oh, you're
illness.
full health. I don't know if you can you reverse engineer a poison from the poison? Like, or an antidote from the poison?
Absolutely, you could. Sure.
That's how
If
it's
you had a
done.
laboratory.
I could try to find a laboratory too while I'm out, okay? All right. I'll look for
What
a
ab-
doctor or a
What
laboratory.
about
But I feel like one's going to be a lot easier to find.
what about the things we took from the temple?
What did we take? I know we have a skull.
Did
can't
Ophios
use.
say anything about the stuff he took? I don't know. If
I
he
was
did.
with him. And
The
Elijah
water?
was like in a coma.
The
It was
I
the
could take
water,
the water.
Some of
I
the
could
gold
get really
stuff.
smart. The
and
It wasn't
problem is
the
something
water
else.
stuff
isn't-
itself. It was the water mixed
Oh,
with
you took some of the powder too.
the powder.
I wonder if the water with the gold stuff we could stretch the poison out of him or something.
Wasn't that? Didn't we think had something to do with like transformation?
Yep, changing the faces of the
He's
Lopers.
he's diseased. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
so
going
not
out.
any of
I'm
that.
going out,
okay.
Daelric. Daelric, I'm leaving. I'm going
Alright.
to find a doctor.
Cool,
or a
no
Did
doctor
problem.
in
Rena,
nearby
did
town.
Rena try and tell Ophios to switch, and would they have helped put stuff back on him?
She would have, yeah, but
Just put
she's
the hood back
not
on.
going anywhere. She's staying. So
Yeah, put the
that's
hood
what
back
she
on.
would be doing while Elijah's
Rena,
out
high
looking
or
for
low?
whoever. Hi.
He doesn't
Alright.
immediately transform.
Okay.
Keep slapping him. Derek, do I find a doctor?
Take a
Do we need to investigate?
Yep, I'm gonna have you do that in a
The
second.
passage
While you're gone,
23.
Rena, I'm gonna have you roll a I'm gonna have you roll your medicine check, Rena.
normal again.
Mm-hmm. One second, I'm so sorry.
Should I look that?
I mean, it's a pretty low roll.
Yeah, it's not great.
Probably too low.
You wanna luck it?
You might
So
as
we
well.
get some more
honest to
info?
God.
As well. There's
Oh.
nothing
Oh,
there.
0.
There's no luck. Just kidding.
Oh. I honestly didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's all good.
Alright, sorry. So, back to you, Rena. One of the things that you happen to notice is that it seems like Ophios is putting up. You didn't really notice this before you guys kept rolling garbage in your medicine checks. Ophios is burning up. Like, he's like really hot, which is bad, especially for a cold-blooded creature. And, sure, now his skin's also, his scales are also burned and charred and whatnot as well. But he's like really burning up to the point where, like, you're pretty sure you've never touched something as hot, like as a person as hot as Ophios is right now. Again, as a cold-blooded creature, that makes it even worse. He's very hot to the touch. It's actually, because you've seen people with fevers before, but nobody was about to die from one. It's pretty frigging intense. Anyways, so that's what you are able to pick up with your whopping 10. You know what I mean? That's really all I can give you. Back to you,
So-
sir.
Just to clarify, I went for the
creatures that I haven't told you guys, but I figured you
Just
guys
to
are smart enough to figure that out.
just to clarify, I went for the approach of the disease probably dies in heat. He'll probably survive longer in heat than the disease will, so I tried to burn him and the disease at the same time, hopefully killing more disease than him. Guess it didn't work out that way. That's okay.
Cold-blooded creatures can go to extreme low temperatures and still come back to life afterwards. Hibernation and various stuff like that. Frogs do it all the time in the winter.
Elijah, come back
Yeah.
and freeze him.
But yeah,
That's how bears do it. It's super
Put him
cool.
on ice.
yeah.
That's totally how bears do it. Bears just drop their temp. Oh, wait, hold on.
Looking for a doctor.
Bears are mammals, but
I know.
no, there are reptiles that literally go into hibernation as well.
See, I thought you were supposed to
get
put
really
snakes
cold.
under heat lamps.
Yeah, that's normal. So they're active. If you leave the
Okay.
heat lamp on overnight, you can kill a snake.
I'd never raised a snake, so I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm going to find a doctor with a degree.
Not a problem.
In town or a town nearby, something I
Yep,
can get
no
through a
problem.
day.
So like
Right.
you said, like you can fly, so you can move very quickly.
Yeah. So I would investigate first in town. If I can't find something in town, I would ask where the closest town is that might have a doctor, fly there, and then investigate again in town on
Yep.
foot.
Rena, high or
I
low?
can answer your.
Oh, hi.
All right. Ophios starts transforming into his human self.
Yes.
Okay, so you sir, the best town nearby to go find out is you're next to Hardgwen. You know what I mean? It's literally the capital city that I was about to give you the weapon inside of, and then you're like, I want a combat, and I was like, all right, I'll do this instead. So
Yeah.
you
How
go
long
into
will it take to get
Hardgwen.
I like
Not
how
very
my
long
joke
because you're
turns
literally a
against
town that was right outside of Hardgwen. So when you guys go passing through there, one of the things that you do kind of recall is people talking about the nurses in here that were able to fight back the spreading disease of the undead that happened to be in the area.
Dead. Okay.
So
Good plan.
Hold on.
Before I go there,
There's actually a faction. Okay, before you go there, go ahead.
I was gonna take Tyler with me, so that I could just do one trip.
So it's one of those things where you fly around for like maybe an hour and then realize Hardgwen is going to be the best option, and then you
Okay.
fly back to Tyler and grab him.
Okay. Well, I would probably have Arena grab him and then just use level 4 fly to make us both fly. Thumbs up. Can you hold someone while you're flying? That's fine, right? Is that against the rules?
If you can carry him, if you can carry his weight, which you probably can't, then yes, you can.
But
Which you probably
Arena
can.
could.
But I can.
Oh, if you have to cast fly on her afterwards. So you have to cancel
So
your
I'd-
own fly and
I'd
cast
be-
a spell on her.
Yeah, I'd have to cast level 4 fly. Yeah.
Okay.
Because then her and I could both fly, and then she could carry him with all the shit in the bag. You want to do that? Does that sound good to you guys?
Yes,
Do you have
I mean,
any other
he's
ideas?
transformed back, so it's a good timing. So might as
Is it a
well.
bag of holding?
What?
Is it a bag of
No,
holding?
I'll put him in the bag of holding. How long is
Oh,
how
that's
long?
such a good idea.
How long do we have to fly?
I think you have like an
Wow.
hour's worth of air or something like that. So occasionally you just open it up and pull out a snake head and put him back in.
I
thought
can
it
do
was
that.
10
Okay.
minutes.
Fly level 4. There you go.
How
Go
much
on.
air is in the bag of holding, chat? How long is it again? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
So you just like open it up and you just like allow a breeze to pass through.
I mean, just in the direction of the wind, so it's like
Catch
flapping.
some air, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's a snake, right? You literally put his whole body in there and just like tie it tight around like this snake head. So it's like a snake head.
perfect. Well, he's human form now, but sure, yeah, that works.
It's still a
That
snake
We'll
won't
go to a
head.
doctor.
Still a snake
Head
head.
off?
Okay, we'll go to a doctor. We're at a doctor now.
Whatever. I'm gonna carry him. We'll fly over there. Okay, we're in Hardgwen.
So, are you gonna go there by foot, Elijah, while she's flying there?
I'm casting level 4 fly, so her and I can both fly.
Cool. There we go. My apologies. Awesome. So both of you guys are flying to Hardgwen. Again, it takes a bit of time to get to Hardgwen after you kind of did that, came up with a plan, cast a spell, so on and so forth. All in all, it takes a little over 3 hours for you guys to get to Hardgwen. And you finally
we didn't get any arrows shot at us or anything while we were flying for any particular reason.
No.
Some kick ass.
I
Yeah.
also assume they either put my stuff back on me or it's...
I would have all
It's
of
in
your
the bag
stuff,
with you.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. May have
You're
your stuff.
naked in the bag. Get over it.
I was just saying.
No, I would have helped you while we were waiting for Elijah to come back. That gathered all your stuff. It's fine.
Okay. So when you guys are get inside the bag and get him inside the bag and start flying over there, like I said, the whole thing's about 3.5 hours. You get to the city, you need to find out what to do. Luckily for you, somebody has a
Sure,
passive
Captain
investigation of 23. So it takes all of 5 minutes for him to discover there's actually a religion here, literally a faith here, Honestly, whose name, chat, if you can remind me the name of the religion, because I'm terrible like that. That is all
Oh,
about.
23? Whoa, 23.
That is all about. They're literally nurses that help to aid the injured and the sick. It's literally what they do. So you're able to make your way over to there again, fly up Superman style across town and land in, and get to the hospital that they have there.
I would have put the hood over Ophio so he could have his hood of that conceals his face. Yeah.
I definitely said it before, Snaga. I've said it wrong twice and correct once. I honestly don't remember the name of it, but I don't know if Josh or Steve or anybody remembers the name of it. I don't remember. So, a Chantry of Tranquillium or something like that. Yeah, sure. Tranquillium. It's something of a Tranquillium. Anyways, when you guys go there, one of the things that you notice is that the people inside are wearing masks and all dressed very similarly in very light colored, like light grays or white clothes and whatnot. It clearly comes off as being some sort of faith of nurses because they're all, covering their faces or wearing these light clothes. And there's a lot of sickly people in there. It's a lot of sickly people in there. It'd be really bad if a new disease festered amongst those sickly people. It'd be like another curse on this town. Anyways, so you guys bring them in there, and hey, you plead for Winifred's wisdom. I can plead for my things. You go into there, and they're like, "Oh, please come with us. We'll be able to help you." And they, come and grab him and
and we
lead him
tell him it's a troll
away.
bite on his leg.
Troll bite.
And
I've never seen a troll bite have any effect like this.
Troll hound bite.
The discussions amongst one of them, amongst one another, as to whether or not they've ever heard of a troll hound. It doesn't seem like they have. Either way, they keep you on the first floor, which seems to be the more crowded room area, or at least as far as you can tell, it's a fairly crowded area. They keep you down here on the first floor, even though you see stairs going up, and they kind of put him off into a near corner bed, not quite the corner, but a near corner bed, where immediately a couple of nurses come over and start trying to look after him and check it out. They're like, "We'll see if we can discover what's wrong with him, but it's he looks pretty far along. We can't make promises that we can discover exactly how to aid or heal him. What have you discovered so far?"
Rita, if they touch his upper body or face, they'll know.
Oh no, she's ready. Like she's standing right next to him. So if they go to put his
Are we allowed to stand
hood
next to
back,
him?
she would.
I mean, you
I
have
don't
3
care.
people that are immediately going over there and starting to investigate them. So yes, they are starting to immediately touch his body
Okay, I mean she would
and check
she
his
would-
vitals and check his dilate his pupils and grab him by the head and look and see how dry the inside of his mouth is, if anything's changing color, like they're about to be up in his business.
God.
Full disclosure,
she's gonna try.
Meta-wise, there's no way they can necessarily heal him without knowing what he is.
I was gonna say. I mean, she'd probably tell Elijah. They're gonna
is
have
there a
to.
curtain? Is there a curtain that we can use
Not
to
in this
block
room.
off the?
Separate area.
Okay, so then before they go to touch him, I'll say to the whatever lead nurse or doctor is, I'll be like, "Wait, stop. Take him to a private room if you wouldn't mind. There's something I need to show you, but I can't let anyone else see it."
We can't take him elsewhere. This is the room where we treat the sick. Upstairs is where they recover.
I just need something with privacy. Is there a way we can get a curtain up? No one can see him.
They look around and say, "Privacy is not a matter of concern when it's life and death."
Privacy is life and death.
You don't get an expression on the face because there's a mask over it.
Do I
Hey, you have
threaten
this
them?
ability to build walls.
Yeah.
Do I threaten them? I could build a wall. The problem is I need something to build off of, or I can use my new level 4 slot ability that I just used that I can't use anymore. So I need something. Do they have poles I could just blow ice between and just
Yeah, there's
build,
like
a
supports
makeshift
and whatnot.
ice
Yeah.
divider? Okay, so I'll just put some.
You're like-
I'll
you're
say,
like,
okay,
"Ah!"
don't touch them yet. Put some supports up. Yeah, blow some frost around.
It's one of those things where it literally has an effect on the ambient temperature of the entire room. It cools down like the entire room. And it's
Great.
we're already rolling into autumn and whatnot, so it's already kind of cool in here. They have to occasionally heat it up, and you've just dropped the temperature of the room considerably with a whole bunch of ice inside of it.
I'll warm it up when we're done.
but you also see them jump back and genuinely like shocked at what it was that you were just able to do, just like blow ice out of nowhere and make these walls. It certainly causes a bit of a stir.
So I'll immediately tell them after I do this.
There are 3 people there, 2 ladies, 1 gent. You can't see
They're
their
all
identity.
nurses or doctors,
Yep,
right?
you can't see their identities.
So I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna tell them that the 3 of us are working for the Paradel military, and what they see is a highly classified matter that they can't share with anyone, or they'll be sentenced to death by the commander, Barnes, Barbara Barnes.
So you say that, and they're like, you understand that there's. Wait, hold on. Rephrase it one more time because I may have heard that backwards. Go ahead.
So I'm telling them that what they're about to see is classified information that if they share with anyone could have them sentenced to death by order of Commander Barnes, and that we're working for the parallel government or the military.
That's not my concern. My concern is to save the life of the person that's here. The trouble you've gotten yourself into is between you and the laws that you've broken. Now,
No. I'm
you've
telling
put
them
up
that I'm working for the Paradel military.
Yep.
That I'm working under Commander Barnes, and
Correct.
she will order them to death.
Correct.
If they share the
They're
information
saying
they
saying the laws they broke, so on and so forth. So just change the word you to they. Laws they broke is not a concern of ours. We're here to save his life now, and you do understand Paradel has no authority here.
Wait, where are we? Are we?
You're in
not in
Hard
Paradel?
Glen.
Is that not a city of Paradel?
This is the central Adir.
Fuck. Damn it. That
She's
totally
gonna-
fucked up my
Arena's
line.
gonna
God
interrupt.
damn it.
Rena's gonna interrupt
Shit, I
and
should have
take
paid
her
more attention.
axe
Jake, don't
and
look.
actually swing at the wall to get all
My
of their
ice wall?
attention.
You get a lot of
Fuck.
attention. Get the whole floor's attention.
She's gonna shout at them, "Just fix him now!"
Fucking Christ.
And so you do have the curtain of ice up to try to offer a degree of privacy. And they start immediately
I'll take-
trying to invest.
I'm gonna take the mask off him so they
Okay.
can
Ah!
see. Yeah.
What is this? What affliction does he have? We need more involved in this. 1 second. And you see 2 of them immediately rush away. And one of them
Before they
starts
can, I
getting
finish the ice wall and lock them in.
Dexterity save.
Okay.
Followed by a secondary check.
Fuck.
No, they both are able to get out as you close up the ice wall. The person that's now trapped inside is like, what is going on? They immediately stop what they're about to do with Ophios and stand up and turn towards you. What's going on? Listen, this isn't Paradel's lands, but we don't mean any disrespect to Paradel. We've heard the rumors that they've taken the southern part of the country. We're not here to fight with you.
That's his natural state, I promise. He always looks like that. I can't have you sharing this information.
Yeah, diplomacy with
Highly
disadvantage, or persuasion with disadvantage.
Better both of those, so. Persuasion. I don't even have diplomacy, that's right. That's a different game. I thought you were
Not the
saying
20.
deception. Well, not the 20.
You can roll an insight, normal.
I think I'm better at that. Can Rita help me?
Yeah, can
Oh, okay.
They say, "Oh, okay," and they're not convinced. I'm going to start investigating to see what's wrong with them now. Can I do
I just
that?
want you to know this is classified information between more than just Paradel. There are other nations at stake here as well, including my home country, Vimalta.
Elijah?
Extremely sensitive information that I can't have anyone here sharing. So please, I don't mean any disrespect. I'm sorry if I startled you. I'm just trying to keep us all safe.
Nod slowly.
Just let them get to work.
Yeah, and I'll open up the hole I made, and I'll apologize again.
Yep, the wall you made. Yeah, goes to get back to working on the person. Eventually they come back in with another 2 more that are able to see the person and start trying to investigate them. You can roll me an Arcana check, sir.
Oh, I'm great at that.
Keep in mind, Rena, you can aid them by saying that my race is not an affliction or whatever.
I mean, whatever questions they might have, she'll try to answer them as best as she can.
Should I take the 16? Should I try for luck? Do we have any luck?
You could try it.
Try for luck.
19.
Okay, so you are able to what's my brain broken thing? Are able to realize that they're using a combination of very, very, very low level kind of magics. We're talking like cantrip style magics to try to detect and procure any amount of information off of it. Not everybody here is able to cast these kind of spells, right? It's the a couple of them, 2 of them that they brought in. I was trying to detect spells, but more importantly, you're actually able to detect. One of them's literally looking at the what kind of disease it might be or what kind of things afflicting it. Another one's clearly in trying to investigate what kind of magics are afflicting them, because they don't seem. Well, first of all, those 2 weren't here for the conversation. So the other 2 they brought in also weren't here for the conversation, as to whether or not he's naturally this creature.
Okay, so yeah, Rena would probably fill them in about how he's a snake by nature, and I would talk to the 2 that are casting spells, and I would tell them that it was Trollhound Bite that was diseased. That apparently flame kills trolls, so I tried flame and it didn't seem to help that much, and that I believe you told me it was necrotic damage. I know that's just a game thing, but if there was some kind of like
I never said anything about necrotic damage about that. Yeah, never said anything.
Okay, never mind. I would just say it's a festering disease then that and just kind of let them in because they seem I seem to be better at magic than they are, which sucks. So I'll just tell them what I know.
By far, you're probably better in one hand than all the magics of everybody in this building put together.
Okay, I'm gonna help them. I'm just gonna also detect magic and try to just same shit they're doing and just try to walk them through.
The detect magic that they're trying to do isn't disease. There is a disease stuff you identified. The rest of it was to see if he's been transformed, like transmuted magic.
Okay, so then I would let them know that he's not transformed, and then
they totally listen.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they don't believe us. It's fine.
Rita, do you add anything to this at all, or no?
I mean, she would have just been saying the same thing. Like, this is how he naturally is.
Okay, so just adding on to that bit. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so they continue to do their investigations and whatnot. The best that they can do with all of their works and everything is they're like, he's burning up, he's boiling. I don't know much about trollhounds. We can try to see if we can find any information about trollhounds. And unfortunately, the libraries and whatnot that we had, there's been war, chaos, death. Yeah. Honestly, one of the nobles that ran the city beforehand used to have a library with lots of information about various creatures, but that library was pillaged recently by the loss of the war that we were in recently. And so unfortunately, we don't have that kind of information. We don't know what bite this creature could possibly offer.
So since they're obviously not very helpful, I will ignore them. And I'm going to cast some kind of low-level version of this cantrip to put his body temperature back at normal.
Yeah,
while he's doing that,
please.
Rena would turn to them and say that I don't know if it would help, but I do have parts from the creature that attacked him.
That actually very likely could help. Give me 1
his skin
second.
and his intestines. Did we get his liver?
No, I got the liver.
The liver and intestines.
And intestines. Yeah.
Liver and intestines. Okay.
Give me a moment.
They're highly toxic, by the way. You should probably let them know.
Let them figure out the old-fashioned way.
Go ahead, touch them.
You can tell them they have regenerative properties.
Yeah, and also poison. This is the most helpful poison I've ever been inflicted.
If seem to know what a trollhound was.
I mean,
Do they?
you still have the body of the trollhound that was carved up.
That's so far away.
Yeah, it's kind of far now. But even still, just looking at a carved up body, they wouldn't even necessarily know what it is. They don't know the reputation of the room or any of that stuff. Which makes sense, because think about it. They live in a city where this kind of things don't really exist. Those are from the east. You know, those aren't really from around
So they
here.
don't know when we said what attacked him. They didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. They did not know.
Okay. Well, then she'd describe how whenever they attacked it, it would seem to regenerate.
Okay. So I was just trying to see something really quickly, and it didn't work out for me. So you, the creature, so when you start doing the frostbite on it, it was actually kind of funny because it was literally going to have them talking about how one of the things that you could do is try to reduce his temperature because he seems to be boiling so much. They're actually going to have you, when you do that, they're like, no, you're literally hurting him as he takes 2d6 points of damage, Tyler. Yeah, I'll roll it for you.
2d6. I can't cast cantrips at low level.
Down to 22.
At like a non-damage level.
Like, no, you're doing it wrong. This wall of ice, can't you make like a blanket of ice instead and leave that on top of him?
That's what I was trying to do, something similar. I wasn't trying to hurt him, Daelric.
Oh, too powerful. Hold on. More or less, they're like, can you continuously hit him with like a cooling mist?
I mean, my frostbite does damage also.
There does have to be something so intense. You can get into, like you're saying, like cooler things. So more or less, have blocks of ice nearby that you're having misting cooler air on him, so on and so forth. But that is going to mean that your character has to stay awake and continue helping.
That's fine. I slept all night.
Right.
Yeah.
He slept well. So we're going to allow, as this is the aid that you're getting. Hold on. As this is the aid that you're getting, it's one of those things where you're not sure how to survive. You think that the cooling might be able to help him. You thought burning would help before, but it didn't seem to. You're hoping that the cooling would help. The hours pass on. It rolls into the night. You stay there with your friend. I imagine Rena even sitting nearby. I mean, trying to have others not see him, but clearly at least 6 have already seen what he is. They're all wearing masks, so more may have come and gone, and you don't know if it's the same people or different people. It fucking sucks.
That's fun.
What's up?
Is this the same town I was in before when I was with one?
This is the capital city. You were in. No, this is not Kurzfall. This is Hodgwen. This is a much larger city.
Cursefall. That was the first one. Okay. Yeah.
Correct. So at one point in time in the middle of the night, Tyler, you get visions.
Yep.
You have your rash. You have your fever, dreams and whatnot. All the stuff that's making you toss and turn, nightmarish and horrible, and so on and so forth.
Does he? No, sorry.
But you also get a type of vision as well. Your body is boiling. It's boiling on the inside. But it reminds you of a different warmth that you once experienced. Of a different
I was
warmth.
hoping this would happen. Holy
Snaga.
shit.
That feels nearby. It's actually, you can almost feel it calling to you. You know, even though you're inside this far off city, wherever the hell you are, you know that not far from here, you can feel a call. It's pulling to you. It wants you to come to it.
Does he heal off the damage I did to him?
No.
Like on a long rest?
No, he's not resting.
Okay. Okay, that's true.
Below 70. He follows.
At one point in time, the two of you are tired. It's late in the night, 2 in the morning, whatever it is. And he pulls himself out of bed. He's wearing basic, like, I guess how am I say gurney? Like kind of a bedding gown. You know what I mean? Not in modern day where it's open ass in the back. Calm down.
Damn.
Calm down, ladies. We all thinking about Tyler's ass, but it's not Tyler Tophios. Moving on. So we
He's more ripped.
No, he's not.
He's more ripped.
His strength.
Well, he's got it.
His strength's like an 8. He's sad. So you
My strength is a 10.
he's still sad. So you make your way. He sort of gets himself out of the bed, stands up. I mean, it's one of those things where you have noticed it immediately, Elijah. It's strange, catch you off guard, but you notice immediately. Rena, it kind of pulls you from your sleep as whatever conversation they start having, because you imagine your character's kind of drifting off and staying awake, trying to do the best you can. I don't know if you've ever had to stay by somebody in a hospital before. It's not very clear in your mind as the hours roll by, but moving on. So, and unfortunately, the coughing and sneezing and moaning outside of where you guys have a thin ice wall to give some sort of obscuring, is almost rhythmic. It's almost, sleeping, inducing. So you see him get out of bed, Bessie, as he pulls the blanket off and climbs up and starts looking to leave the room.
I would say, Scott, because I rolled so low on my low 70, he would, after getting up and probably a few steps, if unimpeded, he would transform.
Okay.
Dude, you gotta stop doing that.
So he's got, you see him stand up.
Dream.
You see him kind of like stand up, and as you get his attention, you see him almost like melt down to the floor and start slithering away.
Um,
There's a couple of people that are shocked as they see a large lizard, a snake, slithering through the.
Wait, hold on. We're partitioned, right?
Yeah,
so he'd
yeah.
have to go in the one entrance that the nurses have been going in and out of. So what if before he does that, I just wall it off? I just wall it to the ceiling.
I mean, it's one of those things where you can try, you can make a dexterity save.
Okay. I mean, I feel like he's not going too fast as a snake. He's not the quickest snake on the planet. That's a 14.
Are you happy with your 14?
Look it.
Sure. It's my own teammate. I'm not going to luck against him.
I was also going to say I get a chance to roll advantage on stealth, don't I?
No, stealth?
Oh.
First of all, you don't have advantage on anything right now. You have disadvantage
The snake form.
Yeah.
It automatically does the
disadvantage plus advantage neutralizes too. But you're also not being sneaky.
Right.
He saw you get out of bed, like he's right there, and he's ultra perceptive.
That's fair.
I'm ultra perceptive. I catch him get out of bed. He starts turning into a snake and trying to slither away. There's no way I don't have enough time to finish a little wall partition.
You have to stop what you're doing, turn around, change the magics that you're casting, and get it going. Beforehand, you kind of had that spell at the tip of your tongue. You were ready to cast it. You had just done it always beforehand. This time, it's literally hours later. You're half asleep.
Technically, my spell casting
the dexterity
is
messy.
I'm allowing Tyler to roll his dexterity save.
Okay.
Do I have disadvantage?
I'll allow you to roll it normal, because just like I allowed him to roll normal, considering the circumstance.
But if you use luck die, you're weak. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
You realize you might literally make me die right now.
Why do you want to? Am I supposed to let you leave? I feel like when
you don't know,
when someone
it doesn't
in a
matter.
hospital bed gets out of bed.
Know. Yeah.
No, that's fine. It's fine. So you literally just throw up the
let
ice
him
wall
go.
to stop. No, you throw up the ice wall to stop the snake from getting through. It's one of those things because it's a snake too. You go from the bottom up, and are able to stop him from getting through. What do you do or say, Rena and Elijah, as you see this?
Oh, what? I thought that I didn't notice.
You woke up as the interaction started.
As it was happening, I woke up.
So you woke up to like the ice wall being formed quickly.
She looked to Elijah and then looked back to Ophios and say, Ophios, what are you doing?
He doesn't respond, but he keeps trying to find a way over the walls.
Is he trying to go somewhere specific?
Out.
To Rena, does he look like he's trying to go somewhere specific?
Out. There's no way you can tell.
He's just leaving. She wouldn't know. Like, I mean, she could speculate after a moment or two, but that she wouldn't. All she sees is him just trying to leave. Yeah, just leaving.
It's very persistent. What Ophios is doing is very persistent.
Weak.
She probably tried to get his attention again.
Ophiosis?
This time walk up to him, yeah.
Come here, snake. I got a rat for you.
Yeah.
You hold up this like
it's
this like
nasty
big enough,
gray
looking rat, but it has like Anno's
cat.
head on it. Like, oh, I got a little rat for you.
What?
Important question.
Mm-hmm.
Because this affects the DC. Are you speaking in his language or speaking normally?
She would speak in your language.
He would respond.
To try to get
I'm
his.
speaking your
language.
language.
He's kind of in a fever dream right now. He's kind of delusional, so it's not like he's all there. But please, Rena, try.
clarifying that whatever you see, I can also understand.
She would ask as best as she
That's what
knew
it
how.
says.
Like, what are you doing? Or what's doing?
He would just speak the word warmth.
I don't know if she would have like if you would have taught her this word, like she
That's
would probably try to say
there are
statue.
there are two words that will be
No, I
said
know.
by Ophios, and they're the only two words he will be able to say in this moment in this weak state, and it's warmth and whatever he calls that god or was told to call that god.
Would you?
So he
have
would just
told
say
me that?
warmth, Snaga. Those are the only two words.
Actually, yeah, you did tell us that forever ago.
You literally tapped into his god's statue.
That's right. I remember now.
That was hypothermic.
Elijah, I know
Gotta
where
heat 'em
he's
up
trying
again.
where he's trying to get. How far away is that? How far away are we
It's
from
like
Momley?
Oh,
It's like 800 miles away. It's
yeah.
But
It's
you
not going
also
to Mama.
know what's inside that statue. You do have that
Lava.
because you literally used it to make your armor.
Yeah.
He wants lava. He wants lava?
Well, if we could
Sorry,
get
that's
him
me
back.
meta. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. If we could get him back there, it might
We're not
save
getting him
him.
back there by the end of the night. It's not going to happen. It's too cold. I could
so
warm him up again.
She'd turn back to Ophios and say to him, too far.
He would just repeat the same thing.
Yeah, he's fever dreamed.
Yeah.
Is
That's
there a
just her trying to get his
smithing?
attention.
Is there a smithing place nearby? Maybe like a blacksmith armory, someplace we could warm up a heater and throw him in.
Technically speaking, there probably
That's
is
what
a smithy here.
After this amount of
Rena, you
time,
know how to
Likely,
work
but-
one.
Scott, after this amount of time, he would be focused towards the one area that's the direction of where it is, because he had realized at this point there's no way out anywhere around, so he's just focused in the direction he wants to go.
Okay. I mean, he doesn't have a specific pinpoint location he's trying to go to. It's just a general area, but absolutely, that is
Yeah.
fine.
Okay,
So
let's take him to
essentially,
a
so they would see a behavioral change. He's no longer circling to try and just get out. He's like in a particular spot, like snaking up the wall, but obviously can't get very far.
Does he feel hot to the touch still, Daelric?
I mean, he's a cold-blooded creature, and he's been under ice for a while. He's pretty cold.
Okay. Let's take him to a smithy and heat him up.
I mean,
If heat doesn't work, cold doesn't work, let's try heating him again. I don't know.
Icy
Gotta
hot.
find the
Woo!
balance. It worked for
It was-
Shaq.
I mean, the only thing that was there was, I guess, just what, lava? From what I remember, just lava
Yeah, I guess
Inside-
if you can heat
inside
up
of
some
a
coals
statue.
and get a
inside
fire
of a
going,
statue. So it could
maybe
be
he
very
can-
specific.
It's too far. There's no way he's gonna get there before he passes. So we can build him an alternative, which would be a flame.
You guys could just
cold
choose.
smithy.
You guys could just choose not to let him out.
That feels like a bad decision, though, too.
Read
No,
a book.
honestly, it's one of those things too where you like you try to talk to him, but he's like, Snaga, and you're like, okay, cool. That's a long ways away, buddy. Well, he is
far.
delusional.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just got. Listen, he wants to go like 800 miles. I think he thinks my cloak is more powerful than it is. It's cute, but
Yeah.
Rena, let's put him in the bag of holding and take him to the smithy and fucking throw him on an anvil.
No,
put him near a flame.
that's not gonna work. I don't.
Put him near a
think.
flame. I don't. He needs. I mean, that's the closest thing I can think of to. What
you
he's
hear
looking
like
for.
knocking on the ice. Like,
Just a minute. Oh my God. open it.
hello?
Let's just let him in. Yeah.
If
Bad
that
idea. Don't let
opens,
him.
if he has the awareness, he's gonna slither
Uh,
out.
He's not.
Don't let him in.
Wait, don't let him in.
Put him in the
Is-
bag first.
Is everything okay?
Like he's
in
gonna
there?
let me.
Just pick him up and put him in the bag, and we're gonna take
You
him.
know how
Let's
big
go.
this
Holy
guy
crap.
is. She could
It's a bag of
try.
holding. Just put him in head first.
Start
and he'll
tail
slither his
first
way
and
in.
just like go.
Yeah,
with
just
the
scoop him
bag.
up. I don't know.
Just go.
He
Away.
keeps moving, but again, it's weak.
Just Rena, come on, pick him up. Let's go. For
So
real.
I guess it's an
Okay,
opposed
I guess
roll.
she'll try to.
It is an
try to-
opposed roll. Rena rolls
Yeah.
normal. Tyler would usually roll at disadvantage, but a snake is unwieldy. So actually, Rena's gonna roll at disadvantage, and Tyler's gonna roll at disadvantage as well.
Oh my god.
What am I rolling?
Because you're not used to picking up large snakes and throwing them in bags. It's an athletics check for both of you guys with disadvantage.
Was that as
Put the bag
animal
over his
handling?
head and let him crawl
technically?
into it.
Since
I-
I'm
okay.
weak, I feel like it'd be more of a dexterous thing than it would be a athletics for me.
It's athletics is what the grapple will be. Yeah.
Okay.
All
'Cause
right,
your
I'll do
character's still like really weak and whatnot. So.
All right, I'll do athletics.
This makes no sense. I'm confused. 15.
Rena.
What do you got? What do you got, Tyler? Oh,
Lost.
you're rolling normal.
No,
Supposed to roll
Scott said
normal.
both disadvantage.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. My bad.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
you got your ass kicked,
yeah.
as expected with Rena.
Mm-hmm.
He's
She
in the
grabs
bag
up the snake
and-
and starts shoving him inside the bag. Okay. Is everything okay in there?
Right.
Is everything okay?
So yeah, at this point I would drop all the
Because
ice.
how long that took, they eventually like leave.
Yeah, I would drop all the ice, and I guess Rena and I would leave.
By the time you drop all the ice, a couple of the masked people have returned, and they're like, oh no, what is They come up to you and they're like, where's the patient? Where's the patient?
Rena, can we go to the smithy now? Can we just ignore them and just run?
Just want to leave. I mean, I have him, but
Just, can we please leave, Rena?
I don't
please?
know. They might
He's
know
dying.
more than us.
This is like his final moments. We
Feels
really
like
need
a
to get
bad
him
idea.
somewhere.
Excuse me.
If he wants to get
Excuse me,
somewhere warm,
the two
let's
of
get him
you,
somewhere
where
warm.
did the patient go? As the two of you giving each other this like look.
Yeah, can we just? I'm just walking out.
He just doesn't answer. He starts walking out. As Rena's got this like knapsack with her, this like this burlap sack.
Nothing.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, this?
Fine. I'll just follow him.
Thank.
So they're like, excuse me, no, and then like they give like a look across the room, and a couple of others kind of look up curious because even though it's the middle of the night, they're taking care of the sick. There's people about. They immediately go over and start getting in front of the doors, like to stop you from getting out.
God.
And so the person calls back after you. Where are you going with the man? No, sorry. Where did the man go?
Are there any open windows?
I mean, there are windows. They are open. It's a nice autumn day, and so it's one of those things where it's
Okay.
nice to allow a cool breeze in.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Fly on Rena.
I
Or
could
at this
just
point,
use
would I have
the.
gotten my spell slots back? Oh yeah, you would have gotten your thing back, so it would have been.
Yeah, I
faster.
would have had my
After
thing
you
back.
guys don't respond, a different one says, "Where did the snake man go?"
Rena, just poof away, please, and I'll fly.
Okay. All right. Fine.
She poofs away, I fly out the window.
Okay. So she can poof with you.
Why is
Can't
this
she?
so hard?
She can poof with
Oh,
you.
you can poof me with. Yeah, you can poof me with.
Oh, you could. Yeah. I'll grab him and then we'll just. Leave.
So
Unless
you immediately
just
start
having
casting a
the-
spell. You guys look at each other. She puts a hand on your shoulder. You start casting a spell, and you're like, no, wait! And then poof, there's a poof of smoke, and you guys are literally like, 500 feet up in the air above the building, and you're falling. Ah! And then you Peter Pan take off like from the dive off.
So I used the spell anyway. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just
you
fly.
gotta
Okay, we can
I
both
got you.
fly.
That works. That works. We're flying
right.
away. Yeah,
Where do you
fly
guys
level
go?
4 to a smithy.
Is that you? That's your fourth fly spell today. Third fly spell. One level 3,
That's,
two level
it's a
4.
new day.
No,
a
it's
new day.
not. You did not get another.
You didn't rest.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
Then-
two fourth and one third level cast.
I don't have 2/4, so I can't do it.
You could have, because you could have short rested and gotten it back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean,
then
yeah, you
perfect. I
would've
all
had
my,
short
Yeah,
time.
so then yes, I would have had all my spell slots back because I only used one for the fly.
Use the 3,
2
use
for
the
the fly
4, you
third.
short rested, use another 4. Cool. Good.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
All right, so you guys are flying. Where do you go?
Smithy,
Where's the smithy in this city? It's the middle of the
Rena,
night.
use your smith smelling.
Oh yeah. Like I'm gonna know right off the bat.
Sure, the smithy
We're flying
schnoz.
above a city. Can you, from the top down of a city?
For
be
some
like,
reason,
oh,
this
I'm
makes me
pretty sure
think of,
Blacksmith will be over there.
This makes me think of somebody carrying a head inside of a bag through a city. I don't know, for some reason, I'm getting this like
Yeah,
hit in
we've
the
been
back.
doing this a lot.
Different
This is
campaign.
not new
It's all
for
good.
us.
Doing it a ton.
I'm pretty sure that's the same campaign.
Yeah, we did that. That was
Yeah,
us.
we did that.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess
Yeah,
we
we
just
did-
need
we
one
did
more to
it.
do it, and then we get the whole, you know. Anyways.
Rena, can you, I don't know, maybe some
So
kind
Tyler,
of
I'll call you
roll-
Josh. You're innocent.
Perception.
Is there some kind of role you can do to be like, oh, from this perspective of a city, that looks like it could be a
Yeah,
smithy.
you
this
guys can
area
I mean, I would
looks like
probably-
a
perception
yeah.
check.
area.
And as a matter of
Okay,
fact,
I mean,
one
I
of you
haven't-
can give advantage to the other one if you prefer that.
I mean, I have this.
You have higher perception.
Yeah, but this isn't passive; it's active. You're flying around the city
Okay.
actively looking.
Well,
And
what's
there's an
perception?
obstacle. There's an obstacle.
Would that make more sense for investigation then?
No, because they're not. It's not like this minute or conversational. It's literally
Okay.
flying around and trying to look.
Okay, my perception is a 4.
Mine's better.
Okay,
Okay,
Raina
well,
rolls
roll
advantage.
I'm glad you're rolling. Because if you fail and we don't fight it and he dies, it's your fault.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's. She was against this plan.
I'm trying so hard.
I mean, the honest plan that I wanted, but I wasn't gonna say it, was just let me go.
That's okay.
Just
Don't worry about it.
crawl around in the hospital as a snake.
You
with
don't know where
tons
I
of
was
people
going.
around.
You have no idea where I was going, and I was.
We were
a
trying
snake.
to leave the area I
I
partitioned
knew
out.
where you were going.
You realize my ability in snake form.
Rita, flying
What
around for a
ability?
while, you
You're
can
so
see that
sick.
this city has like a lot of buildings that are no longer dilapidated, no longer in use. There are a lot of ones that are new. There's the one that's starting its construction from being like a large ruin, starting their construction from being something else, so on and so forth. One of the things that you notice specifically for a smithy area, the best that you can find is there actually is an area where there's a bit of a smithy. It's just clearly has been destroyed and hasn't been used for, I don't know, over a year. It's been beaten to shit from like the battles that took place, and it's been ransacked, and you find it, you land there, you get to it.
Let him out of the bag.
You guys can kind of like walk into the building, even like float down, flutter, check it out, and fly in. As to whether or not people saw you, you literally in the middle of the night were teleported up in the air and flew away. It's not like it's modern days where there's so much light pollution. You can see everything. People have to try to see something moving in the stars. You know, it's So anyways, Rena, you guys can go into this old dilapidated smithy if you'd like.
I think we should let him out of the bag immediately and see where he starts going.
I'll open the bag.
And try to find a heat source in here we can set for him if he needs it. You let him out of the... I'll track him so we don't lose him if you want to try to start a fire. Or I can
Me?
start a fire with magic.
Yeah, I was
if you
gonna
want me to do
say.
that. Okay,
you're
what
probably the
should
better
I
one.
light? Where's the forge? Point out the forge to me and I'll light it.
But you okay? I mean, I'll point it to him, but you said it's mostly destroyed.
Yeah, if there's something I can light, I'll light something. Coals, if there's coals anywhere.
I mean, there's old supplies that would have been left behind. People would have taken anything of value, but
Fire
coal and stuff like that, people wouldn't really. I mean, people would take coal because it has value, keep warm in the winter, but there would be enough remnants left behind that you could gather together enough to start a small little kindling. But again,
Okay, I'll do that.
most fuel is going to be taken to keep warm by poor people in the winter, you know? So,
Okay. I mean, whatever's left, I'll just put together in a pile and light it on fire.
cool.
She'll open the bag.
Just so you guys know,
some kind of pit,
if-
not just an open fire.
If Ophios dies, it is Sinatra Girl's fault, but she just showed up. So,
Thank you, Sinatra Girl, for
yeah.
sacrificing me.
It's also Midori's fault for lurking. So I'm gonna blame it on the two of them. They have equal blame in this. So
No sun, it's nighttime.
I was blaming Steve because I'm pretty sure he dropped the curse.
I mean you can make assumptions, but we don't know.
All right, let him. Where is he crawling to?
So he comes
and
out of the
will he
bag,
Go
and
to my
again,
fire innately.
He's fever dreaming. He's
Oh,
kind
hold
of on the ground, writhing around and whatnot like he was before. Immediately when you let him out of the bag,
Hold on, I don't
it's
know
not
how
like
I
he
touch
comes
this
out and
thing.
immediately starts bolting towards the location. He's
There we go.
He's not
Perfect.
doing well, you know. So you gather together the best supplies you can. Honestly, you probably, if you want real fuel, might have to start breaking some wood, like take a couple boards off of a wall and break that up and start using it. You can definitely, Rena
Okay.
can grab that for you.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, I'll just We'll switch off and on to babysitting the fever snake and
If he's if he's at all drawn to the heat, that's yeah. we'll
Aklo,
keep
it
doing
was
that,
a
but-
joke that Scott made real.
oops.
Yeah, who brought up the
Oh,
this
no.
whole thing?
Oh,
Anyway,
don't victim blame. Come on.
I'm just
Could have
kidding.
been any one of us.
So, anyways, you start lighting the fire, and he's just kind of like writhing around. You guys spend upwards and spent over half an hour escaping and finding this place. You spent over half an hour, searching around trying to find, get the fire started and looking after him. He doesn't seem to have any affinity towards the fire. Doesn't seem to be wanting to go towards it. Has no interest in it. There's no anvil here because the place has been stripped. Stripped like Rena's paladin.
Naked. Yeah.
Naked.
Non-existent paladin.
What's his name? Cadus.
Adam.
I forgot. It was in your mind. He was naked.
No,
In my mind, he was
He's
naked.
dead.
Hell yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Who knows what happened?
Are there holes in the ground for the snake to go in?
So he's just trying to escape.
Oh my god.
Sinatra, I'll refund that. 8 of the martyr will do nothing here. So you he wasn't
an
trying to
idea.
escape yet. He was just kind of like
What's
writhing
the
around.
idea?
He was just trying to
Bring
writhe
him back
around
to
for a
the time
bit.
temple.
What?
Bring
Take
back
him to the
time
temple? I thought about that.
Oh, just
It's
put him on
super-
it.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
No,
Yeah.
no, not
Yes!
up there.
That'll keep
No,
him alive.
no, no.
He'll
that's
live
a bad idea.
forever.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's just dying. Does he need to roll another Constitution?
Okay, so
save, or we just buy more time
after that
for
half
Fortune's
hour of your
favor?
characters being like, I don't know what to do. Like I said, I wasn't sure if you guys had a plan when you got to the fire.
This was the plan.
you sounded like you had a plan, so I was just going along
Yeah,
with it.
he wanted to go somewhere, so I took him
I
away
wanted
from
to
the cold.
stay.
and I
Don't
put him
forget
near
his
heat.
speed's 0. Don't forget his speed's 0.
Yeah, he's not going
Tyler,
anywhere, really.
you
Fucking
eventually get struck with another one of these visions, another one of these
Oh, thank God.
callings, and you want to get there, but I mean honestly, it's been over another hour since then. You don't feel as strong as you were last time. Kind of like if you have to get up and go to the bathroom when you're like really sick. You're like, oh shit, I gotta puke. You have that unnatural strength and speed to get to the bathroom just in time to puke. When
Yeah.
you feel like absolute shit, but then after like 2 days, 3 days of being that sick, you don't have that strength and speed to get there if you want to. You have to have something by your bed because there's no more option of getting there on time. You've kind of elevated from that little bits of strength that you had to you're at the tail end of this, buddy. No offense, Snake. You don't really have much strength left. You can start trying to crawl your way towards where it is that you were, I guess, being called to or trying to go, but you're moving very slowly. And as he slithers out of the building, you guys are going out into the street. You see he's making his way out there. Luckily, there's not that many people in the street because those that see it are like, it's a snake.
Snake, yeah.
You know,
He's
no,
ours.
it's our pet. It's our pet. Look, it's magic. It's okay.
Sounds trained. So,
I'm a wizard. He's my companion. He's dying. Have a good night.
Tyler, I'm gonna have you roll me a strength save with disadvantage.
Oh, fuck. That's his worst one. Hey, wait. If he gets a Winifred's wisdom... Oh, no.
I mean, you're trying to get your way there, and you're pulling yourself across the city. I mean, from where they had you, you were at one end of the city, and it seems like you're going effectively, not necessarily to the exact other end of the city, but like you're going pretty far, and you're going in that direction of like the other side of the city. I mean, you're passing by the ruins at this point, but your character, it's been another hour or so. You guys can see off in the distance the little crest in the sky that shows that the midnight blue is starting to become slightly more lit shades of blue. In about an hour and change or so, you'll start to actually see dawn starting, where the actual colors would change, not just the various shades of blue. And Tyler, you've moved so far. You finally passed to the other side of the hospital, but you just
she
took
would
so
turn
much
to
strength to
Elijah.
get here.
She would talk to Elijah really quick and ask him, could you freeze him?
I shouldn't.
Would he
Seems
survive
like he wants to go somewhere.
if you did?
Can I cast fly on the snake?
Oh yes, it was the snakes on play.
Would that work? I'm trying to Florida math
No,
this.
I mean freeze him solid. Like,
That's a terrible idea.
why is that a
snake? We're the snake.
Why would you want to cast fly?
So we
You
can get there
think that's
faster?
a better idea than a freeze.
I guess I could freeze him solid.
I like that
What?
idea.
Nice.
Please cast fly. I like this idea. Just please do it. Please Florida man
guess
the
I
hell
could.
out of this.
Try to freeze him solid.
This could
but
become an
it's gonna
urban
hurt
legend
him.
of the dragon snake flying through the air.
I either make him fly, or I try to freeze him solid and maybe kill him. I don't like this. This game
Cast
sucks.
fly.
You
Chat
would
really
know.
likes fly.
Do it.
There's
Do
one
it.
fly left.
Everybody in chat wants you to do it.
No.
Scott, is this gonna break the campaign?
Listen, I have no
That's
idea what
solid,
you guys
that's
are
solid.
even doing right now.
Chat
I take no
and Tyler
claims.
really want me to make the snake fly.
I want to
Arena
do it.
This side battle turned into something that we did not intend to get to, man.
You guys see how I'm sitting right now? I'm stressed.
I'm hella stressed, bro.
Make him
Like, come
fly.
on. No.
Make
He's
him
gonna
fly.
die. That's really
Tyler,
you want him to like drop
Hey,
out of the sky
If
and
he
die
dies,
like that? Like,
let him at
come
least
on.
feel the freedom of slithering through air with less
the
friction,
worst.
less resistance.
Orpheus was
No.
always a man of chaos. He was an
Right down to
agent
the
of
end.
chaos.
Oh my god.
Orpheus, in your nature, I cause chaos.
Oh,
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
No! Are you serious?
you
Oh
can't
my
make
God.
GIFs your background in Zoom apparently. That's sad.
You can make videos your background
Oh.
though.
Yeah, but you can't do GIFs. So if you download a GIF, you can't do it. Oh, well, I was.
You convert a GIF to a video, right? Pretty
Yeah, it
quick?
sounds like too much work though.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I was trying to make my background.
Does it just say?
Yes.
Fly, Orpheus.
Uh,
Oh shit, he's so fucked.
this
Oh,
is
you're
how messed
so
up
dead,
this
dude.
game is. Here you go. This is how
You're
messed up
so
this game
dead,
is.
dude. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I literally tried everything
my
I could
God.
think of.
I know. I didn't want to meta and help you guys.
Bro, you just-
too much.
Neither of
You
us.
just-
Oh, neither of us
You
knew
just
enough
good
about...
manners yourself to death. I hope you feel okay with that. What are you doing, Scott? What the is that?
Oh my
Wade?
god. Get
Wade.
This is how
Wait.
this is
That's
how
disturbing.
I feel
Look
about
the other
this
way
game.
so you like match.
Yeah, you have to
You
look
get like, your beard and hair to perfectly match on Wade's face, so it looks like your.
You need to scoot
Facial.
forward, Scott.
Oh
You
my
need to-
god,
your
this
face
is
needs to
so
be bigger.
cursed, dude. What is that?
Oh,
This
it
isn't
was close.
This isn't it. Tilt your head a little bit.
This is
Yeah,
so
tell-
cursed.
Tilt to your right.
oh
Oh, God,
my
that is
God.
horrifying.
Oh my god!
Somebody clip this and send this to Wade,
This is
please.
nightmare fuel. I especially like the little Daelric head, like off to the.
You guys ever seen like Deep Dream
See,
AI?
Scott,
like,
if
they
you
added it?
if you move a little closer and then oh God, no. Do the Wade one. If you
No.
move closer and go lower, it'll be hilarious because you can line up with Wade.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
God.
just too much because I have to look this way at the same time, like craning my head, so I have to like look through the corner of my eye to make it work. So
Oh, that sucks.
Steve, just drop it in the Discord. I can send it to him.
yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to do right now.
Man.
I don't either.
All right, you
Scott,
ready?
does he
Should
roll
anyone else
one
got an
last
idea?
Constitution save to see if he dies?
Oh, he does. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So you cast
you
fly.
have-
You cast fly on
At
him.
least they can give us luck and maybe Winifred's wisdom if that negates the disadvantage. That's the best advantage I think we can get here.
Oh my
So,
god.
Chad, if you're feeling really nice and don't want Tyler's character to die, please give Winifred's wisdom and some luck. Thank you. Suckers.
No, you're supposed to say ooh woo.
Don't give him Winifred's wisdom now, guys. Because of Messi, don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. Actually,
Yeah,
I was just,
don't say
Give it to him
Tyler's
because
character
of
because
me.
I was sarcastic.
hold on.
Hey, Winifred's wisdom!
Woo!
Yay!
Hey, look at that! Look at that! Refunded. Yep.
Refunded?
Nope, just got refunded. Oh, I have to refund the 8
coward.
from... I just refunded it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. I mean, they could just do it again if they wanted to, but...
Is he really
I don't want
Bro?
you to feel pressured, Ash. So you cast fly on the character.
Yeah.
Oh, he says,
Yeah,
well,
sure.
agrees with the target gains a flying speed of 60
Yeah.
for the duration. And when the spell ends, the target falls. And okay, cool.
It doesn't take damage from the fall.
That's a
though.
really weird number, but thank you.
Cool number.
Cool. Can I just read something really quickly? I just want to read something really quickly. You cast fly on him.
Okay.
Speed reduced to 0. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I know. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. So all of a sudden you cast it, and you see him starting to like slither and whirl like into like he's
Oh
like
my
nodding
God.
himself, swirling and flying through the air, and kind of like moving very slowly, like
All right. So
these weird slithering patterns as he's moving
I can
5 feet
get-
around.
if I can get like just from observing what direction he's trying to fly, I would kind of push him in the air really lightly just to kind of guide him that way. But I assume it'll be kind of difficult if he's. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying something. I'm out of ideas.
So you
I'm doing the
start
best I can.
trying to like grab him and like lead him to where he's trying to go.
I'm not trying
Oh my
to
God.
grab him. I'm trying to like.
Yeah, like help
Keep him
him.
from-
Actually, that I won't lie, that
Yeah.
actually works. You're able to kind of get him moving further, and he's moving kind of of his own volition. But you're like, yeah, it's like throwing your buddy's arm over your shoulder or giving grandma a walker.
Yeah.
Or you know, being Tyler's wingman. You
Oh.
continue
Hey,
leading
second
him.
funniest one on the stream.
Josh takes the cake. So you lead him across the way, and again, it moves very slowly. 45 minutes pass, an hour passes.
How long does
Finally,
this last?
he seems
10
like
10
he's going
minutes.
towards that building over there. What, fly?
Fly lasts 10 minutes.
Oh, eventually you just pick him up and start walking him where he's...
Okay, sure.
What building?
What's his name?
Point,
Hold on.
point in the direction.
Like
boy.
Toothless.
Whoa.
He's
Oh
like
my
Toothless.
God. What building?
Come on, Toothless did
Just
it with the guy
following
from
whatever-
300 or whatever.
Direction his
Oh, I know what
head's
you're talking
fucking
about,
falling
yeah.
in.
So anyways,
Okay.
you bring him... Open your mouth, Tyler. Open.
Yeah.
No.
I've made that mistake once.
Just made it again. Do
I
I still
only
have
opened
that?
it once.
Do I still have that gift somewhere? It's probably in an old
Have it
chat.
somewhere. You
Yeah.
have it somewhere.
Somewhere.
All right, moving on. So,
The
to a
thing is,
building.
with that gif, I was sideways too for that one.
No, so with the
Campaign sucks.
with your going towards the building again, the colors now starting to change in the sky off to the distance. He's getting tired from all this motion and movement when he's so exhausted. The building you see before you, it's a good distance away. You know, you bring him towards it. You know, another 5 minutes or so pass when you finally get there, and it's a pretty massive building. It's large, impressive, built with very thick stone. Going around the front of it, you realize it's a bank.
Oh no.
Tyler was looking to make a deposit,
We're about to make a crime, boys.
or he's going to.
This is all front so
Withdraw
Tyler can
from
rob
this
a
world?
Bank? Like what?
All right, hands up. I haven't slept in 2 days and I got a lot of magics. I ain't afraid to use them as per flying snake.
Flying snakes.
So he's trying to
do it
get
again.
into a bank.
Okay.
What?
I'm holding the snake.
Yeah, you walk. you walk up to the door.
Hey, Rena.
Okay, I'll go to I'll open it. Yeah.
It's locked. It's a bank.
Oh wow!
The
I'm
sun
gonna
hasn't
bust
even
down
risen
the door.
yet.
Oh! Knock. I have a spell for that.
He does have a spell for that.
Oh, okay. You do it.
He does. He
Uh,
knocks on the door. That's what
There
I
you go.
thought.
Anyone present?
Boom! Up to 300 feet away, you can hear the
That's
loud,
fine.
audible knock.
It's
And-
fine.
What?
And
It's probably okay.
actually, you have to make a check technically, don't you? Don't you have to roll?
Choose an object you see within range. A target that is held shut by a mundane lock or that a stuck bar becomes unstuck. If the object has multiple locks, one of them is unlocked.
Okay. So
Yeah, no check, just instant.
it opens. I'm thinking of Pathfinder. It opens.
Yeah, I
And
got 2 more of those.
You go walking into the front doors of the bank. In the front doors of the bank, you go through into this large antechamber kind of area where you can see there's like a lofty balcony-ish thing that's behind you, kind of like if you've ever been to a Catholic church where people creepily sing at you from behind and above. You go to the front where there's 3 tiller's windows, but they're all shut and locked because, you know, it's fucking before sunrise. But to the right of those 3 windows, there's literally a door right there that you go to open because, you know, you want to go, oh, guess what? It's locked.
Oh, wow.
The door...
What's that door made of?
The door swings open. It made out of, what is it? Stone? Sorry, reinforced. And it's reinforced metal. So, the door opens up.
Knock.
You guys go walking in. It brings you to a hallway.
Jake's not like mad that I'm robbing his capital, but that's, you know, whatever.
Brings you to a hallway. The hallway actually, at one point in time, I mean, it's hard to tell where it is because Ophios is just so weak, so tired now. This hallway has a couple of doors in it. A door at the end of the hall, a door kind of like in the middle that like looks like it leads in some room. It's a pretty reinforced door. There's another doorway around a corner. You're not entirely sure where to go. You guys could try to read Ophios and where it is that he seems like he's trying to get to, but sun's coming up, man. He's breathing his last breaths.
Yeah, I'll try to read where he's going.
That's an insight check, man.
Marina, what's your insight?
I say they both roll separately.
Bro, this is your life.
I say they both roll separately, Scott.
Okay, mine's
I'm
a
fine with
4.
that.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Tyler,
Alright, normal on
if
both.
I don't roll well here,
Rita, you
What do I ever roll well?
Rita, you get advantage because you know him so well, as we've discussed many times in the past.
oh, see, he's retconning the save. Holy shit, Rita, what the fuck?
Oh my
I
God.
blurred out because of how surprised I am.
That Rena and I
makes
have
sense.
both been rolling for inside advantage for each other for a long time now.
Yeah.
Okay.
While there is definitely a large door that is super reinforced and might catch your own personal attention, Elijah, Rena, you're way more focused on what it is that Ophios is doing. You're looking at him and his attention is at the end of the hall. That's where he wants to go. And you're carrying him. You bring him to the end of the hall. There's a door there. Guess what?
It's locked.
Yep.
I'm gonna bust that door down.
I have one more knock if it's
Okay, use it.
reinforced.
Okay.
Is it reinforced or is it like a fucking
It's
paper?
yeah. This is not a door that's meant to be easily opened.
Yeah,
okay,
go ahead.
It's easily opened.
Door opens up to a stairwell
Oh no.
going
Down.
down.
Goes down.
Okay.
Doors were so screwed.
You walk down those
Okay.
stairs, and one of the things that you notice as you're walking down the stairs is it gets warmer as you walk.
Yes. Oh my God, there's
Dog.
one of these things here too.
Um,
Whoa. She's
Okay,
quickening
you
her
little
pace.
devil. You were trying to show
Beat it
us
up.
something all along.
Beat it up.
Lassie, is there a snaga in the
Where's
basement?
the well?
Can I use
I
observant to just follow
imagine,
the heat?
Scott, at this point, Ophios is literally falling limp.
No, yeah, I mean, we know that about you, Tyler, but
Yeah,
your
it's fine.
character doesn't have to be that way. Your
Yeah,
lip snake
it's
is
been-
okay.
it's
No,
been about 4
the
hours.
snake
It's
has
about
been
time.
holding its head up. It's no longer holding its head up.
Yeah,
We just
my
discussed
snake
this.
too. Yeah, my snake's not up either, bro. Don't worry about it. So I'm gonna use observant to just.
So
follow the
Rena's
path.
holding the snake, trying to keep it up, but it's flopping to the left.
Okay, stop. All right, so I'm using observant to
I
follow.
hate you so much.
Oh my
I
God.
hate you so much right now.
and I succeed, obviously, right? No rolls
Oh
are
God.
instant success.
I like how Scott is looking away. He can't laugh into his mic. He just goes.
Oh, my chest hurts with that.
I'm sorry,
Oh
Cryptic.
God.
Cryptic, I'm sorry.
Cryptic's
It
not
wasn't
here.
God.
He has standards. He doesn't watch this
Yeah,
shit.
well, he, you know, you never know. Watch the VODs. He'll be like, all right, what'd they
He's
say?
gonna
that
show up.
last week?"
What the fuck is going on?
He just grabs 3 more rounds and loads them into the rifle with my name on it. Like,
You just come home and you flick on the light for your living room and you see Cryptic in the chair facing the door and he's like,
Staring at me, just terrifying.
so, I was D&D last week. He crosses his legs, he can't see it. Hold on. Did you have a good time?
oh god,
Oh my god.
oh god,
Jeez.
oh god.
Did you have a good
He
time?
snuck out of the house. I don't even want to pick it up, frankly.
Oh Jesus.
I think I'm just going to leave it there for the rest of the stream.
That's what I get for carrying around a limp snake.
Somebody please clip that.
It's always a disappointment, isn't it, Rena? Oh my god. Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh. Oh god.
Okay.
It's always our
So-
campaign, dude. It's oh my god. So funny.
At least you're not talking about the aliens.
The best part is
Yeah.
Messi looks
Did someone say
nonchalantly
aliens?
like nothing happened.
Oh, I knew it was going down.
Oh.
As soon as I hit it, I was like, this bitch is stiffing.
If somebody still has that aliens clip, totally send the aliens clip to us and clips and ping us. Oh, I missed that clip.
I like
All
that
right.
clip.
Oh, I should get aliens as a background
Aliens.
for Zoom.
The guy.
Oh, that needs to be like a T-shirt, like a picture of Rena. Someone say aliens? I'm sorry.
I'm just peeking around. I heard y'all talking about aliens.
Now, I know y'all weren't talking about aliens, were you? I know you know better than that.
All right. Sorry. Oh god. Continuing.
Oh my god.
You walk down to the bottom of the stairs, and guess what's at the bottom of the stairs?
One of those. I don't know. Room
Not a
door.
bot door, please.
Another door. Oh my god. It's locked.
Absolutely, it is absolutely a door.
You're out of your. Are you out of your spells now? I'm kicking the door down.
I don't think it's a door you can kick down.
I'm gonna try. What do I roll?
There we go.
Strength. Oh, there you go. What is that?
Oh, that's
You already
creepy.
Used your cape. You already
It's
used
creepy
your
because
cape.
they're like
Used
looks
it.
like
Also,
they're
she
coming
can't
in.
visualize it or see it.
It looks like they're coming in from a portal behind you. It's really creepy.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
Let me see what I got. Let me see if I can do anything here.
Wait.
Rena,
tried-
do you test the knob, or do you just go fuck
No,
it and just attack it?
We would have tested
Yeah,
the
of
door,
course. If
but
it's, I
first.
said it was locked.
They asked
so-
if it was unlocked.
This one is not locked. The one at the bottom of the stairs specifically
Okay,
is not
then
locked.
we're gonna open
Oh,
the
thank
door.
you, Daelric.
It opens
Thanks.
into a room that's kind of a decent sized room, somewhat wide, but it has like a bit of a Y shape to it. There's a bit of a hallway that goes, again, because it's Y shape, a hallway that's kind of splits off. It goes ahead to the left with the door, a hallway that goes ahead to the right with the door, and actually right in the middle of that split there, there's a door that's in front of you right there as well. The door is open, the one that's immediately in front of you. The whole area down here is hotter than balls.
Am I still getting that that's the way that he wants to go?
Yeah, he's honestly at this point, he's passed out.
Oh, he's passed out.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll just keep going.
Find the source of the heat.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where's
so
that
you
damn
go.
statue?
You go walk. Do you go walking into that room with the open door? That's like right in front of you.
Mhm.
The one that's much closer. Cool. You go walking into it, and one of the things that you notice inside this room is there are 8 pillars. You know, there's right. I think it's 8 pillars. For on that side, 4 on that side. It's either 8 or 6, whatever. They have like strange markings all over those pillars, all around, up and down, so on and so forth. These weird pillars. At the far end of the room, there's a brazier that's over there. Not a brazier, okay, but a brazier, like a large area where you would typically like burn a fire. You don't really notice anything. As soon as you like peek in and look at the door, you notice that stuff. But do you go actually walking in to this room to like investigate it or see what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. You walk into the room,
Have
and
observed.
after you get about halfway across the room, past a couple of the pillars, towards the brazier, all of a sudden, a flame comes to light within the brazier. It's clearly the flame seems to move of its own sapience or sense of its own sapience, maybe because it seems to move with purpose, but it's not a very large flame. maybe about the size of I guess like a cat standing on its hind legs. Like it's not a very large flame at all. Smaller than a hafue or a goblin or anything like that, right? It's not a particularly large thing, but it's in there in the brazier across the way.
I'll go towards it.
Okay. You walk up towards the thing. Ophios, of course, is just completely passed out, whether he be in your arms or you placed him on the ground.
Yeah, she's still carrying him.
Okay. So you walk up to the fire with Ophios.
Yeah.
I mean, the brazier looks like it could hold a much larger fire, but this is what you have in front of you. You walk up to it. Okay, you're standing before it. You see it make a couple of gestures. You can feel fluctuating heat patterns or whatever coming off of it.
Otherwise, nothing else.
No.
And there's nothing else in the room. That's just like the end of this. Like
There's 8
seemingly-
pillars. This is just one brazier.
The pillars and this one brazier with now maybe elemental inside of it.
I guess she'll set him down before it.
Put him in it.
I could, but I'd risk burning him alive.
I mean,
Do I
he's not
get the
really
feeling
alive,
that this thing is well, it's true, I guess. Do I get the feeling that this thing is like kind of what he's looking for? An insight?
Oh, you want a handout, huh?
So you don't
Just based
understand.
on what I know about
You
him
don't-
and where he's trying to get to.
Understand because he's passed out. You know that he wanted to be down here. You don't know anywhere else, and you also don't seem to be able to understand this elemental that's down here.
I know about elementals, right?
I was gonna say, are you in the room too? Did you follow? Where
Maybe
you-
a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, behind you guys.
Maybe a little bit because it is kind of linked to your culture's magic and casting. You can actually roll an Arcana check to see what you know.
23.
You don't speak any of the primordial languages. You speak Common, Perrin, Gnomish, whatever, but you don't speak any of the primordial languages, so you can't speak its language. But you do know that they are believed to be sapients. Usually they're summoned for short periods of time to aid with this, do whatever sort of bidding, but then they eventually leave. The idea that there's one inside this brazier, maybe just the act of coming into the room summons one. Maybe it's trapped here, I guess, because there are spells that can trap things in places like demons and whatnot, so genies and lamps, you know.
So just to clarify, this elemental can speak. I just don't speak its language.
Correct. You can't understand it.
Okay, so she would.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
Sorry.
I have comprehend languages as a spell, and that's a ritual, so I could cast that as a ritual, right?
Comprehend language, is that spoken and written?
I'll just put it in the chat here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
Any
that's
spoken language you
spoken.
hear? Yep.
Would you tell her this? Would you be telling her this, or is this just what you're doing?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, he would say, the thing in the brazier is an elemental. If you give me a second, I can set up a ritual and speak with it.
You can speak with it.
Yeah.
She'd turn back to it and
sentient are they?
Sorry, what?
Daelric, how intelligent are they, Daelric? Like they can, I know they have a language, but how much conversation can they hold? You know?
They're sapient.
What I know.
You depends on the individual elemental. Honestly.
Okay. So yeah,
Not to be
possible.
vague, but it depends on the individual elemental.
Yeah. So this one appears small and weak, but I might be able to get some words out of it.
Okay. So you spend
She would, before he did that, tried to say, she'd try to repeat the words that Ophios said to her.
Yeah, and I'll set up
basically
the
just
ritual while you're saying it.
Snaga. And what was the other word? Warmth. Yeah, she'd say both.
Snaga and warmth. Okay.
Yeah. Just to see if it would do anything.
Okay. So you say those, they seem to have no meaning.
Okay.
You spend a little over 10 minutes casting the spell, the ritual, and you gain the ability to comprehend its meaning. It doesn't necessarily mean it can comprehend you, however. You can realize that it has the way that it communicates. You now can understand it. It doesn't communicate by words so much. It's the color patterns on it as they fluctuate, the heat patterns as they fluctuate, the what's I'm saying there, the way that it's kind of like throwing off the shade of its light and everything, how its body moves. These subtle details are how it is that it's able to communicate. So you can actually understand that it's giving off the expression of curiosity. It doesn't seem to be it's not saying anything specifically, but it's giving off curiosity.
Is there like
And you can speak
like
to them, by the way. They can speak. It's just that you're not getting off of it at the moment. Go ahead.
But they wouldn't understand me if I spoke in common, probably.
You don't know.
Okay, I'll try. Hello?
So you say hello to it. It gives the impression of confusion.
Okay. Is there like a universal like, because I know it's speaking in patterns of color and temperature. Is there like a universal SOS pattern or something I could do in heat or cold?
Maybe if you understood the way it spoke, maybe there would be. But unfortunately, you do not, because it is primordial that it's speaking and you don't know that language.
Perfect.
Body language in general goes across all languages, at least in current society.
Yeah, if you're talking about people, but these aren't people. Could you do me a favor? Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. Just flat intel.
Yep.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god.
All you know is that you don't know how long this thing's been down here, but Perrin is the common language for the people that live here now. Mole was the common language of the people that lived here centuries upon centuries upon centuries ago. But that's all you know.
Mole.
Huh?
I can speak Gnomish.
Gnomish is an arcane language. It's what most spells are carved out of.
Maybe it can speak arcane. I'll say hello in arcane.
Unfortunately, it still gives you confusion.
Okay.
Doesn't understand it.
Great. Rena, not getting a lot of headway here. It speaks in patterns of colors and temperature fluctuations, and although I can comprehend that it's confused, I don't know how to reply. We could try offering Ophios and see if it understands our body language.
There's nothing else in the room that we're in. Just these pillars, and then in the room before this was there.
What was that? I'm sorry, ask that question again, Rena.
The pillars. You said there were symbols and things written.
Yep, there are, and actually, you can go around and try to read them if you'd like, Messy.
Yeah, I'll try that.
So looking around the pillars, one of the things that you notice is that the pillars that are in here seem to describe various details. One of them is describing specifically about fire, a world completely comprised of fire, and so on and so forth. Roll me an Arcana check.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Is it like hieroglyphs or what?
Yeah, images, some written words, so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. I didn't see your result. I'm sorry.
It's a 14. I'm gonna luck it if I can. 16.
Okay. 16. So yeah, you understand. Actually, this is in reference to the. My apologies. The plane of fire is literally what this is talking about.
Okay, I know about those. I know the planes. Damn, I wish we had gone with my original character concept now. Okay.
Could you use fire to speak with it, potentially?
I could if I knew how to speak it. I can comprehend what he's saying, but I don't know how to mimic. I can only mimic it back, what it's telling me. I don't know how to come up with new phrases that I haven't seen before.
What did it say to you last?
It's just confused. I mean, I guess I could try.
Can you say that back?
I could try saying I'm confused back. Yeah.
I would allow you to try that. Yeah, this is a charisma check.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess you would just summon a flame in his hand and try to mimic the fluctuations in the colors. It's hard. Straight charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm terrible. Oh no. Oh no. Fuck.
You can see that the thing seems a bit annoyed.
I pissed it off. I don't want to do any of my frost stuff because it might think I'm an enemy. I'm assuming each of the 8 pillars is a different plane.
You can go check it
Overton?
out. You can go check out the other ones if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll just a quick look.
You read another one, trying to understand it. It seems to actually be talking about ash. It's very
Okay, yeah.
strange.
Okay, so it's the pillars of the different elements. Great. Yeah, fuck. So we have the fire. We have some remnant of the fire plane here, which is the one we want. I just don't know how to tell it to heal Tyler's character, or heal Ophios, I should say. I'm going to say that in character. Yeah.
While you're
wonder
doing
if I
all
could-
of this, she's just sitting with Ophios there in front of this flame, not really sure how to communicate with it. But she's starting to get kind of upset. She's like, Elijah, we don't have any more time. I don't know what else to do.
I don't know what to do either. I'm trying. I really am. Try using body language to show that we need his help. Try holding up the snake to him. Don't do that. Don't
Can
do
I mean, like, no, not,
offer the snake, or put the snake with the flame. Maybe put the snake in front of in the brazier. Maybe, I don't know. If that doesn't work, I could try casting fire on the fire. I don't know if that'll help.
or piss it off.
Might make it bigger, and then it might be being like, "Oh, you help me, I'll help you." That could be cool.
So you put the snake over in front of the fire and you try to communicate like help.
Yeah.
Roll a charisma check.
I'm hoping you're better at charisma than I am.
If Rena's rolling, she has to roll disadvantage because she can't understand it.
Right. Okay.
Sorry. I said it late.
It's all right. It's fine.
It's okay. We have 2 luck die. We have no point. This is terrible. This is just bad news bears.
It's genuinely confused. So inside this room, you've been checking out the pillars, and that's it. There's just this fire. You go to check out Ophios, even as you're just putting him there, he seems to be slipping.
What?
Do something
Literally
drastic,
what?
but it'll probably kill him. I could light him on fire like I did before and place him in front of, with the flame in the brazier. Best case scenario, he lives.
Dinner?
Worst case scenario, we got some
God.
cooked steak.
When I worked at Uno's, I used to always eat rattlesnake pasta. It was so good.
Is it real rattlesnake?
No, it's chicken with jalapenos and other spices.
Crazy, dude. You
lots of
guys
cheese.
ate real rattlesnake? That's pretty
Go down to
badass.
Texas, you can get rattlesnake.
Sure,
I mean,
but not
she'll
at
try to
Uno's
put.
and-
I guess the only other
Boston.
thing she would try to do
Okay.
is put him in there with the
Yep.
elemental.
Put him in there.
If it-
If that doesn't work, I'll light him on fire. And that's it. And then we're out of options.
You pick up Ophios and you place him into the brazier. Soul food. You place him into the brazier. The thing seems genuinely shocked and confused as to why the hell it is you're doing this. And you just lay it into the brazier. There's enough space that you can put him there. There's no reason why you can't.
Okay. He doesn't do anything? Little elemental?
He just looks confused. He's avoiding him. He's not touching him or doing anything to him.
Snaga would I know Snaga as a god?
You've never even seen a statue of Snaga.
And he's not on the pillar of fire?
Oh wait, would you know Snaga the god? That's a really good question. Roll me a religion check.
Oh my god, there's a chance. Why'd I say it out loud though?
Do you wanna-
I'm so looking that I have to 16.
You have. Yep, absolutely. You've heard of Snaga the god. Because you don't come from around here. You come from Amalta. And Amalta, while sure they do worship Winifred Arenda, they also have a bit of the older traditions where they worship some of the other gods too. You do know of Snaga. Snaga is an old god that not everybody worships nowadays. He's the god of magma.
Magma.
So, yeah.
So we have the god of something from the flame plane here. Maybe if we can introduce an earth element or change the fire to magma in some way.
She's gonna get up and actually go to search somewhere else.
So she goes to walk
I
out
like
of
you face palm so
this
hard
place
there,
as what's his name? Yeah, not Yondas. That's his name. Elijah. Is
Elijah.
literally sitting there with Ophios laying inside of the brazier, like curled inside the brazier, the fire elemental trying not to burn it. It's just like one of those like, what do I do? Do I add earth? What do I do? Do I summon something? Like, how do I turn this fire elemental into magma? What do I do here? I'm so confused by this. This has got to be some sort of puzzle or ritual or something. And Rena's just like, Gah! And like gets up and walks out of the room just like pissed. I imagine kicking something on the way out. And
I mean,
she
yeah,
steps,
she's still searching though.
of course, steps back
other
out
things
into the
too.
main room where you saw two other doors. The door that went up to the left hallway and the right hallway.
Yeah.
And so
Oh my
you go down the
God.
left one or the right one. Which do you choose?
Is this an FF? Or is this
The
Daelric being
left
like,
one.
I fucking hate you guys?
The left one? So you start walking down the left one. Tyler,
Roll.
I need you. It's been so long. They've been trying to communicate their reading. It's not quick to try to translate the readings there. Another hour passed. I'm sorry. And you know that you have disadvantage on this roll, Tyler.
Yep.
I left you a luck die.
We'll see.
Please luck die that.
Roll the luck.
A 14.
Okay.
It's got to be a pass. Come on, that's.
I think it's a 15 for this thing.
So Rena, you go walking down to the end of the hallway, and you see a door is. You said you went down the left one, right?
Yep.
Okay, you go down there.
The
There's a
left
door.
one. Correct.
Correct. My apologies.
Yeah.
So you go down there, and there's a door there, and you kind of like open and you swing it open, and you notice a couple things when you open up this door. It opens up to like a semicircle room with you standing on the flat side of the semicircle, right? So there's like domed on the other side behind you, domed to the ceiling, dropping back, as well as on the walls curving in. You notice that. You notice to your right, there's another door that's all mangled. The other metal door to your right is all fucked up. Like somebody had hacked their way through to get into that door on the far side, and like ripped it open and left it mangled. You couldn't tell it from before down the hallway you were at, but now that you're over here, you can. You think that the right hallway and the left hallway both came to the same room. The semicircle, almost like Orpheum kind of design.
Oh, I see.
With at the far side of the this semi-domed room is a statue there.
She's gonna run back and grab Ophios.
As
Statue of
he's
what?
literally standing there with his like, sorry buddy, I hate to do this. And starts like queuing up a fireball.
No. I wouldn't be
she's
doing
running
She's like,
back.
I'd actually be looking for a pillar that is the magma plane because I saw fire and ash. I'd look for magma. That'd be the plan. I'd start reading it. So she would run in and he would be reading a pillar, not touching the dead snake in the. Oh, sorry, the totally alive snake.
Oh my god.
He's dead.
So you go and you pick him up and you bring him back to the carrying him as quickly as you can.
11s.
Carry him back to the other room, and you bring him and you place him in front of the statue. And you've seen it before. He likes to wrap himself around the statue. Imagine Rena with care, starts wrapping Ophios around the statue, trying to get the warmth inside of him. There he is, lying there wrapped around the statue. Do you do anything else, Rena, or Messy?
I'm reading the magma pillar. if
I
there
mean,
is
she
one.
would touch the statue. Like to try to like help activate it or something. I don't know.
There's
She
a
doesn't know what
hot-
she's doing. She just
You touch the
Do you feel
statue.
heat coming off of it?
You touch the statue. You can feel warmth. It's like runs through your veins. Warmth for a moment, a quick moment, and it passes through. It's fleeting, but you can feel that there's warmth to your touch. Persistent, of course. It's hot on the inside. Magma and all.
Oh, gotcha.
You say anything or do
Oh
anything?
my god.
me.
Mhm. Or you just hang back, or
I mean, no. I mean, as she touches it, though, I mean, she would probably just be like, she'd just
Scott.
say, please.
Does her armor that she's wearing react when she touches the statue?
Oh, I forgot their armor's made out of the statue's material. I mean, not really. You know,
Okay, I
it
was
gets
just
warm
genuinely
as well.
curious.
Yeah, it probably warms up as well, but nothing crazy.
Anything on the magma pillar helpful, or is it just pictures of lava?
Would you have
It did take too
followed,
long for you to just get a quick answer about, compared to what
like
she's
with
doing.
me coming in, or were you just you were
He
just,
stayed. He hung back to
you
read the pillar.
stayed back? Okay.
Hmm?
Yeah.
What do you do, Rena? Do you go to get Elijah then, or?
No, she's not gonna go get him.
I've
Cool.
literally never seen the thing that you're wrapping around as this character, so.
Oh, I guess not, huh?
Tyler, you're there wrapped around this thing. Your consciousness is fading. And you think of the statue. The warmth that it always gave you. That statue genuinely kept you warm, kept you safe. It helped you. It was your home during all of the rebellion. I mean, that guy that was there is kind of an ass, but he also protected the place and protected the people that came into it. It was his responsibility. Rena, you're aggravated. But then you look and you see literally Ophios melts into magma and into the statue.
What the? F-
And he's gone.
what? Oh my god!
And that is where we end the session for the evening.
Okay. What a great episode. I'm so happy with that one, guys. I think we did really well. Yeah.
Yeah. Good game. I'm so glad we got to talk to, the lady in Paradel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We went on King of Side Quest, Light of the Sky Side Quest. You can share that with the boys on Wednesday.
Oh boy. Yep. I'm sorry, but yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to give you the axe, but you wanted a combat to take the axe. So
Yeah, you keep
Oh,
saying
who,
that
me?
to justify
No.
what you did.
Absolutely not.
Tyler and I were going to fight each other to
You were
see
gonna
which
fight
one of us
each
would get
other.
the honor to give Rena the axe.
I like
And we were
going to
do that while you went to put pizza in the oven as
now
a time
look where
filler.
we are.
And instead, you were like, "Oh, you know what? Let's just do it out.
Let's make it a whole thing. Wait,
At least it wasn't that roll. I just want to keep rolling this to see if I ever succeed. Oh, there it is. Possibly. If I could have gotten a luck on it.
Yeah. Roll,
So,
roll one. What is it? 1d4. Roll 1d4.
while he's doing that, Rena, why don't you start with your goodbyes?
No,
Oh, you're dead.
I don't want to go.
I don't want to go, Mr. DM.
Y'all know me. You can follow me up here. That's it. I haven't been streaming much lately. I've been super busy, honestly. The only thing I've been playing is Dark Souls and working a lot.
At least it wasn't that.
It's funny, it feels like you came tonight to play some more Dark Souls.
Yeah, I had no idea. Oh god.
You haven't passed
Well.
a single one yet.
I've gotten doubles more than I've gotten a high. Jesus.
Wow.
I am natty one heavy today.
Hey, that's a good
Jeez.
start. Oh, Messi, you're
Oh.
next. Who are
Doubles.
Messi, who are you?
Hey, I'm Messi. I do a stream Sunday and this stream. That's all I do every week. So check out my Sunday stream at Dunk TV on Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern to whenever we finish, usually 7 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. It's fun. We play basketball. Well, we don't play basketball. We watch streamers play basketball. Streamers that are NPCs that we just let the bots play their own way. You've rolled a lot of ones, by the way. So what is that, like a 1 in 50 chance? 2%?
Ridiculous, yeah.
Tyler, who are you?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tyler, formerly known as Ophios on this show. We'll probably be re-rolling a character for me and figuring out where we're gonna go for that.
Hey guys,
I
don't
stream
forget
a
if
lot.
you
I
watch
actually had some
Kingmaker,
memeing going on with me, so I
what
have
that
to
statue
see
just
if
did and where it just brought him. Don't worry, I got you, Joey.
That's based on Tom Brady. And me.
You know where he's going.
So that's going to be fun. I also have a show on Roll For It that I am a PC in on Sundays. Warhammer.
Don't tell him, though.
Very well
Won't be
could
as fun
lose
if you
a
tell him.
character there this weekend.
Gotta keep it
as
quiet.
I've been told. So
Big secrets.
I've been having so much fun. I'm excited to see what ends up happening to Ophios in the other world, and what ends up happening as we move forward in this campaign. And then I don't know. I stream. I do YouTube. I post a new video today, which is actually quite hilarious. It's probably my favorite. It's part 3 of leveled up drinking and gaming, playing Warzone while inebriated.
The Constitution saved DC was 11,
I
so
recently
he
just
actually
got verified on
technically
YouTube.
survived.
So I'm verified somewhere in the
He
world.
would have lived one more
yeah.
day, and
That's
he
it.
gets to
That's
go to
what
where
I'll
the guy
probably
is
be
in
streaming
Walmley that'll
tomorrow, and
save his
then
life,
I'll be
so
over on Roll For It Sunday
it's all
morning.
good, guys. You good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what day of the week is that session, by the way?
Sunday morning, the Roll For It one.
Sunday morning.
Yep.
Wait, what time? Your time?
We start at 10, so it'd be 1 o'clock for you.
That's right. Because I've talked to them about doing a game on Sundays, and I never got a time. Like, around sometime. And I was like, well, it's not going to be like in the middle of the day, is it? They're like, no, it'll be at night. I was like, okay, cool. Actually, nighttime, morning, either of those work, middle of the day would be terrible. And then they were like, oh, we went nighttime in the UK? And I was like, oh, that sounds terrible. Like, slap dab in the middle of the day, one day off I have with the family. Ouch. That sucks.
Honest, quick question, meta-wise. We can actually
Sure.
let's talk about this after the stream ends. We can
Sure.
talk about this
I'm
afterwards.
sure he'll tell us.
No, he's
Yeah.
not going to tell us anything.
I'm really going to give away secrets.
Yeah, when does he ever do that?
Never. All right. I'm Daelric. You know where I am. You know how to find me. These guys are losers, but, they're better than me, so that says something. Bye.
Bye. Who are you going to raid?
Oh shit, Lopers! Sorry.
Wow. Who am I going to
If
raid?
Rena had put her armor on me, I wanted.
Who am I going to raid? I gotta find somebody real quickly. Raid time. What? Wait, what? Watch? Wait, welcome watch parties? Your watch party is just 3 steps away. Amazon login Prime 30 days. What is this? Why is this in my face? Go away. Oh, it's start watch party. Oh, that's weird. Raid channel. Here we go. And it once again says nobody I follow is fucking live. That's gotta be fake news. It's telling me my raid is telling me nobody I follow is live. Kunsai is not live right now. He's not live. Ambrose is. Anybody else? Anybody else live? Wait, is Kunsai live? I guess let's go raid my brother. Come on, guys. Let's go hang out with Eric.